night, screens glowing blue. Got the facts in my headlights, Commonwealth tripping, but the truth stay calm. 𝗵𝗃𝗧 and 𝗟𝗟𝗃, I'ma read them like Psalms. 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗧 throwing shade from a broke down porch, but the files in my lap like a flame to a torch. I don't raise my voice, I just let the game speak. Steady with the grind while the crooked run weak. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks, they can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just try to slow grind. Midnight oil burning, pen hit the pad slow, every word cut clean like the rims on the 𝗬𝗏4. From Boston to Brockton, the whispers all hum. Turtle boys riding in the reckoning gon' come. 𝗟𝗟𝗃 in the back room, 𝗵𝗃𝗧 on the phone, trying to twist the narrative, but they can't postpone. I'm just sipping on the facts while the city play pretend true. Got no curfew, I'ma run it to the end. See, this ain't about fame, this about that long game. You can duck, you can weave, but the truth still call your name. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks, they can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just riding slow, gliding. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks, they can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just riding slow, gliding. We just call hold down to the city blocks. We just riding slow, gliding.
Welcome to the Weekend Live Show.
508 is where I'm from.
We run down the biggest stories of the week with you every Saturday night. Let us know in the comments right now where you reppin'.
𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗧 Junction, Taunton, Worcester, Long Island, Manchard, South Florida, Webster, Malden, Framingham, Tucson, Billerica, Salem, Gloucester, Moosop, Connecticut, Charleston, South Carolina, Roslindale, Moosop, Connecticut, London, Hanson, Glendale, Arizona, Lynn, Mapleville, Quincy.
Food stands, leave your clothes, buddy, and
hey, you a funny ass guy, man.
Have you ever heard of 𝗃𝗏𝗺𝗺? Yeah? Are you a fan?
508 is where I'm from.
Hey, what's up?
508 is where I'm from.
How was that?
You a freaking idiot. Stop telling people that I'm mentally deranged and stupid.
Call me Aidan. He's not a doctor, but...
Get out of my store, please.
You're a fucking loser.
You are a loser.
You're not a journalist. You're nobody.
I'm not turtle hair. Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
NFL on the house, blog that.
Let's get this party started.
Yo! What's up, people? Good evening. Good evening. Happy Sunday. Happy weekend. And most importantly, happy Father's Day to all the good dads out there. The normal dads, normal soccer dads like myself. Welcome to my YouTube presentation. My name is Aidan Kearney. If you're new here, you can call me a variety of nicknames if you like, up to and including 𝗃𝗏𝗺𝗃𝗃𝗃. That's my true crime name. You can call me Journalism Jesus. That's my spiritual name. You can call me Uncle Turtle Boy. Old school turtle riders do that. You can call me just Turtle Boy will do. A lot of people just call me Turtle Boy these days. You can call me Turts, Teebs, Turtle Dove, T-Dubs. No, actually T-Dubs, that's new. I don't think anyone does that. You can if you want. I don't give a shit. I prefer Dr. Turtle Boy because if 𝗀𝗏𝗺𝗀𝗆 gets to use that pronoun, then I get to use it as well because I'm certainly more qualified than he is, and I can also paint my arm any color I want and prove nothing. You can also call me Daddy if you'd like. I understand for some people that might be a little bit weird For others, it might be fun, flirtatious, playful, even sexy. Or others, it might be awkward. I don't know. There's alternatives to that. We allow crowd daddy, theater daddy, brow daddy, daytime daddy, drama daddy, formerly drama free daddy, media daddy, saint daddy, and of course, fridge daddy, because I will fix your fridge and any other appliance in your kitchen whenever you want. I'll just keep fixing it. It might break again. I'll just fix it again. Doesn't matter. Just got to shake it really hard. Really, really, really hard. All right. It'll get done. So I don't care what you call me. Just make sure you're here every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. sharp, guys. And make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. Hook it up. And we'll have a great time every time you're here. Usually Tuesdays and Saturdays. I did Sunday this week just because, I like to have a social life, so I fit it in when I can. I get it in when that's what she said, but I get it in when I can. And they decided to go tonight at 9:30 just because I had some Father's Day plans today. All right. I did a little, I don't know what you guys did for Father's Day. Hold on one second. Yes. So what did we do on Father's Day today? What did I do? Because I'm just a normal soccer dad. Picked up, let's see, what did we do? Oh, we were going to go out for breakfast because we like to do that on Father's Day. So we were going to go to this place in Holden, the 122 Diner. And we got there and it was like 45-minute wait. And my daughter's sick. So she didn't want to do that. So we just dropped her off. And my son's like, well, I forgot, everywhere you go, you got to go to it's going to be a line because it's Father's Day. So we tried to go to the Denny's in Leominster because we went there last year because there was the only place without a line, hour-long line. So I'm like, great. So I'm like, well, there's a Friendly's in Leominster. There's not many Friendly's left. Let's go there. And tried going there. It turns out Friendly's doesn't do breakfast anymore. Not very friendly. But when I pulled into the lot, the cook was in the parking lot and she was immediately recognized me. And she's like, can I get a picture? She's like a big fan or something like that. She's like, don't worry, I'm a lesbian. I'm like, okay. And we took a quick picture and then I'm like, well, let's go back to the 122 Diner in Holden. It's half an hour away. Drive back there. Now it's 11 o'clock, 11:15. And there's only a 20-minute wait now. And so we get in there. We finally started, me and my son eat breakfast at 11:30, fucking housed it. We were both so hungry by then. Just housed it, dude. And then, then picked it, then went to my brother's house. My brother's from Texas. So it's too hot in Texas. I don't know how you guys live in Texas in the summer. It's too hot in Texas in the summer. So he comes up here, the summer in Massachusetts. And he's got a lake house. So brought the whole family there. Hung out, did dad stuff. So, and now it's showtime. So here we are. Anyway, we got school is ending this week too. So the bus stop lives, I guess they won't be at the bus stop anymore. They will just be maybe we'll just do the pool lives. Pool lives. I don't know. I don't know what they'll be, but the show must go on. The grift must continue, if you will. Just kind of, we started the bus stop lives as a way to catch the police on tape arresting me if it ever happened again. I haven't been arrested at the bus stop again, but it was a nice little tradition. So we keep doing it. We used to do it on Facebook Live. And then I realized I was missing out on a lot of grifting. So I couldn't do that. And so, anyway, so we're back here and we'll be good. 2 more days of school. And then summer's here. Summer's here, baby. So anyway, and am I going to do the cannonball contest? I actually had a pool pass. That was at the Holden pool last year. And, I don't have to buy a pool pass anymore because I got my own pool. So, I don't know. There'll be no that's a big stage in the relationship. When you bring them to the cannonball contest and they stand over your shoulder, that's a big thing. So But yeah, there'll be none of that. Anyway, if you guys want to have your messages read out loud to the class, you can click the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $Uncle_Turtleboy, and we can do it that way. Okay. But disclaimer real quick on that. I am not going to be talking anything about any like drama related nonsense fueling that. I've said enough already, quite frankly. I didn't really want to get involved. You know, sometimes I want to back up my boy, the baker, because I love the broken baker. Always my guy. That guy is so funny, so witty, so supportive of everything that I do that I just couldn't. That's the only reason I got involved at all. I just love the baker, and I want to get involved and help him out. And that was basically it. And, you know, the reason I didn't want to get involved is one thing leads to another. And then you're in this whole thing back and forth. And, you know, it just, when does it end? You know, and certain people, you know, make their whole, when my whole content is stories, right? The McAlbert's saga, free speech, the First Amendment, like that's my jam, right? Other people's jams are drama. So if you feed into that, you're just giving them fuel. Why the fuck am I doing that? You know, why am I doing that? So, yeah, we're not going to be talking about that at all, or any other content creators jumping in the mix, anything like that. So if you do send a turtle chat about that, you know, topic, I will keep your money. I will read your message silently. I might even do this. I'm going to warn you right now. If you send me in a turtle chat about that, I might take your money and then read something totally different. I might just make something up about what you sent. I'll read it. Like if you want to send me like a nice message of support in relation to that, I'll read it quietly, but I'm not going to like broadcast it, you know, because that's how this all starts, right? It all starts with turtle chats. It's always turtle chats, you know, it's always like somebody sends in a chat and then it's like, it gets me going, you know, and we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So yeah, that's it. It's just boring. Yeah. But quite frankly, just boring. It's stupid. And whatever. I got bigger fish to fry. All right, cool. So on that note, let's read some turtle chat, shall we? Let's get and you guys, World Cup. Hopefully, man, let me tell. We watched some World Cup today too. Boy, that fella from Spain there, Lamine Yamal. He's 18 years old. He's something else. Spain is really good. I'm telling you. I mean, I think we're gonna win the World Cup. I think America's gonna shock the world to win the whole thing, but got to watch out for Spain. They're nifty. So there's that. All right, let's read this. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Also, Cash App at $Uncle_Turtleboy. I can read your messages that way as well. Okay. All right. We got Lindsay sends $5, goes, Turtleboy, I know you've been talking. Okay, so Turtle Boy, I really like your show. It's really great, and you're really handsome, and I bet you have a big one. Thank you. That's very kind of you, Lindsay. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Next one, Jennifer sends one for $25. Okay, so who the hell are you? Top 10 most embarrassing moments. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah. So if you see a charge on your credit card for Worcester Digital Marketing, that is me. That's the Turtle Boy store. I used to have a company called Worcester Digital Marketing. That was the LLC I used to be under, and I dissolved that LLC. I just do business as myself now. And so if you buy something, that's probably what's going to come up as is Worcester Digital Marketing. And often I get phone calls from people because my phone number comes up with that. And so sometimes I'll get phone calls from people and they're like, who is this? Like, I'm like, who's this? You tell me, like, I'm being charged like $20 or something for, you know, this and that. What's up with that? They think I'm like scamming them. Nope. Nope. They go, who are you? What's your name? And I'm like, oh, Aidan Kearney. And they're like, every time they're like, oh my God, they lose it. And Jennifer was one of the people who did that yesterday. She called me after not recognizing a charge on her card and had no idea she was talking to me. And then, so thank you for the turtle chat there. Appreciate that. So Worcester Digital Marketing, if you see that on your paying statements, that's me. That's me. All right, next. And this is the thing. Thanks, Glare, my dude. No jury will ever convict Turtle Boy for journalism or activism. None of it. No jury's ever going to convict me. Don't forget that. Don't let that get lost in this. All these fucking negative. Do I seem worried? A lot of people like, he seems really worried. I'm not worried about being convicted. I'm not worried about going to jail. I used to be. I'm no longer worried about it the more I look at the facts of this case. What I'm worried about is going fucking broke. Like, that's what I'm really worried about, is like the cost of this shit all. It's like astronomical, like crazy, crazy, crazy money, dude. I'm like, what am I, you know? So that fundraiser was really key. And a couple other things, you know, have happened where I've been like blacklisted certain places because of my support for 𝗪𝐿𝐶𝐵 Fitzsimmons, which we can get into another time. That my support for, I'll tell you the story sometime. I would do it again in a heartbeat. But my support for 𝗪𝐿𝐶𝐵 Fitzsimmons really fucking cost me. Let's just put it that way. And I'll explain another time, because apparently not, if you support 𝗪𝐿𝐶𝐵 Fitzsimmons, you offend other people, apparently. And I'll tell you, it's really fucked up, the story. But I've held my tongue about it, and I'm going to continue to hold my tongue about it, even though it's really fucked up. Really fucked up. But, yeah. Anyway, we'll do that. You can support Karen Reed. They let you support Karen Reed. They won't let you support 𝗪𝐿𝐶𝐵 Fitzsimmons, though. It's weird. So, anyway, I'll tell the story sometime, but, and again, it's just so ironic because like I didn't even jump on the 𝗪𝐿𝐶 train until like real late in the game, you know. I jumped real late in the game. I just decided to like, yeah, Team 𝗪𝐿𝐶, go to the. I mean, Mazza was the guy really pushing the train for 𝗪𝐿𝐶, and other people. People were way more into it than I was. Like really, you know, Melanie, others, they were way more. Influential in getting the word out about 𝗪𝐿𝐶. I did nothing. I did nothing for that. I showed up at the end. You know, I showed up for the trial. I did cover the trial. I was like, Sue. I was like what Sue O'Connell and Christina Rex were. You know, I just showed up at the end. I just showed up at the trial. But you know, so I didn't like do any of the other shit. But anyway, I don't regret it at all, even though I made $80,000 at the first, like 80 grand, bro, in one fucking show. That really helped. That really fucking helped. I don't know what I would do without that. And, you know, but we'll figure it out. We'll do another one. We'll get it done. But we'll talk about that another time. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't regret it because it was like the right thing to do. Like 𝗪𝐿𝐶 Fitzsimmons is innocent and factually not guilty. There's no evidence whatsoever that she did what she was accused of. She also got shot, was taken from her kid, right? For like an abnormally long period of time. Really still hasn't been reunited like at all in the way that a mother should be reunited with their kid. So anyway, I don't regret it at all, bro. Like it was the right thing to do. Like Team 𝗪𝐿𝐶 today, tomorrow, forever. And I can't know this. Like every time I write a story, there's another theater, I'll say, where I did have a gig planned. And then I was canceled at the last minute because somebody who worked there, I wrote about some family member of theirs like 6 years ago. And so like I've written like 20, 30,000 articles over the last whatever years. No matter where I go, there's going to be someone offended by something, no matter where I go. So it's going to make this difficult. It is going to make the next show difficult. But we're working on it. We're working on it. And it's like, I can't just not support people because like, oh, what if what if this offends someone who has influence somewhere? Like, I can't know that going into it. So, yeah. Star driving. We got to do another star driving thing. I talked to Erica Madden about that recently, and we definitely need to get that going. So, anyway, so thank you for that one. Next. Cupcakes for Justice since $10 goes, happy Father's Day, Aidan. I hope you had a great day. Now it's on to 𝗵𝗵𝗲𝗺. Well, thank you so much, Cupcakes for Justice. I did have a great day, and I'm not worried about it. Like, I'm just worried about the money. You know, like, that's all. It's like I'm not worried at all about being convicted. I'm just worried about, like, you know, how we're going to work this. And that's why I was so stressed about everything. And, you know, why I want to focus. Like, I just remember the Karen Reed machine. That's what it was. It was a money raising machine that just constantly was hooking it up and getting shit done for Karen Reed. Like, that's the kind of organization we need. And that's where my frustration came from about, like, my freak out. Was it last week, 2 weeks ago, or whatever, where I was like, if you're not talking about my case, you're dead to me. Okay, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. Okay, it was meant to be like a motivator. Like, let's fucking go, you know? Let's go. Let's get I guess I could have phrased it differently. But my intent was to be like, all hands on deck. You know what I mean? Focus. Let's focus on like what shit that matters, and, you know, whatever. Like, let's do it. So yeah. Anyway, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right, next. Michael Proctor. Geez, nice. Sends $5. Michael Proctor. Nice. Times are tough. So let me tell you, Aidan. Hi, Turtle. Best Father's Day I've ever had today. I was surrounded by love and friends. My life is so blessed. Well, that's great, Michael Proctor. I'm glad to hear that Elizabeth let you see the kids for a little bit. That's great. Diane sends $25. Goes, no drama. Turtle Boy was right. 1877 cars for kids. Ha ha. Enjoy the 25. I don't get it, but thank you very much. Thank you very much. Laura sends $5 and goes, shout out to Joe Flipperhead. His latest video about you, MLK, and the First Amendment really touched me. He's the #1 Turtle Boy derangement survivor. Free Turtle Boy. Yeah, you know, do appreciate that video a lot. It was a great video. So it was very touching. Like, but, you know, it's important to focus, you know, it's important to focus on, and there is a way out of Turtle Boy derangement syndrome. A lot of people have shown that they, you know, they have a moment where they get mad at me or think I'm an asshole, or maybe they were like led astray and given the wrong opinion of me by people who were actually bad guys, you know, who were just, you know, painting themselves as victims. I mean, like, there's always two sides to every story. And that goes with the, you know, recording gate too. Like, there's two sides to every story. And, you know, like, not everything. And I was kind of had my hands tied. I couldn't really talk about it. Maybe I'll tell the whole story someday, but I feel like most people kind of know the story by this point. And you get that, like, intent matters. Like, and, you know, that's it. Like, intent matters. Like, and some people were led to believe that my intent was to, like, hurt Karen Reed, which is the furthest thing from the truth, right? I know Karen Reed. Everybody else knows of Karen Reed. I actually know her. I have a long-standing relationship with her. We talk every fucking day, and we're, like, bonded together by this whole thing. And so, yeah, I'm a little bit more emotionally invested in Karen Reed, the person. So when I'm, like, you know, offended by something or whatever, and we have a falling out, and if I want to like bitch to people about that and, like, be like, oh, guess what she did today, or something like this, or can you believe this? That's actually healthier for me to do that. It's actually healthier for me to, like, complain to people I consider friends, right, about it. Then, like, I think that's a better alternative than going on my YouTube presentation and, like, bitching to everyone about it. But, like, oh, you'll never believe what she said to me today. Like, I think that's bad. I think it's better if I just have a couple friends and I bitch to them about it. I don't think that's that big a fucking deal. And ultimately, that's all it fucking was. It was just me fucking complaining and venting to a couple people. That's it. It was never supposed to be a fucking thing. And it was completely taken the wrong way. It was completely, oh, he's trying to hurt her. He's trying to do this to her. Hasn't she been through enough? He's making money off her. He's doing this and that and blah, 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 blah. Oh, please. Oh, please. You know, we just have a long fucking history. And, you know, I didn't appreciate it at the time. And I was just venting to friends. It was like almost a fucking year ago, dude. Get over it. You know, there it is. Get over it. All right. Next. Let's see. Jersey sends $5 and goes, hey, daddy, can you tell Chad it's time to get Jersey that Louis Vuitton bag? Love you, daddy. Was right. Colin was in the house. Never forget that. Colin was inside 34 Fairview Road when John O'Keefe got there. He did not leave. There is zero evidence. And I mean zero evidence that has been verified or anything that Colin left the house before John O'Keefe got there. It's undeniable that he was there when the clock struck midnight that night. It's undeniable that John was there shortly after that. And there is zero evidence that Colin Albert left prior to John's arrival. And there is lots and lots of evidence showing that the McAlbert's are going to great lengths to let you know that Colin Albert wasn't inside a house where nothing happened. That's it. You know, that's it. All right, next. Bite My Bites White sends $10, goes, when their jam becomes not supporting you, I stop supporting them. Happy Father's Day, Daddy. Well, that's pretty vague, so I'll let that one slide. Thank you. Jen Witt sends $25, goes, I have missed so many lives lately. Always on replay, though. Happy Dad's Day. Enjoy your kids first. We all got your back emotionally and hopefully financially. That's the goal. Well, thank you. And, you know, because we got a long road ahead of us. And we got a bunch of motions this week. We have filed a new motion, or we got a good motion. We're going to get in on some of the shit that others are getting in on, right? The shit that's out there. If you watch Brian Enton interview my attorney, Mark Betterow, you might get a glimpse of what's coming out soon. He talked about it, right? He talked about, I didn't watch the whole interview yet. I tried to. Because I've been busy watching Judge Jolene. By the way, if you want, that's actually a good alternative. If you guys like the drama and shit like that, and you want to follow it, right? I don't want to talk about it. Luckily, there's a person by the name of Judge Jolene who I highly recommend, and you can just go to her channel. I've never heard of her before until I first heard of her. She was in a mashup she covered the RO hearing back in April. And apparently, I think she's like some chick from California. She's a comedian. And I think she's from Cali. And I think she's like a liberal chick or whatever, who normally, feminist, all that stuff, who normally would be inclined to not to be a big fan of somebody like me, like a white conservative guy from Massachusetts. But I think she is objectively kind of began to evaluate the drama going on so that I don't have to do it. It's great. It's actually really interesting to hear a complete outside observer analyze it all, right? Because you know me, I'm biased, right? I'm in the game. So my opinion on this is going to be biased towards me, obviously, right? So it's really interesting to watch somebody. She's from Minnesota. I thought she said from Cali. Maybe she is. I don't fucking know. But it's actually really interesting to watch somebody who has no affiliation to any of these parties. And somebody asked her, you should have 𝗏𝗏boy on. She's like, yeah, I don't want to do that because it just takes away from my objectivity. I just like to be the person that analyze, and I respect that. I like that. You know what I mean? Because I don't like the whole ally thing. It's like she's just an objective commentator talking about this stuff. And it's great. And it's great because I can listen to it and then not comment on it. You know, I don't have to waste any of my time discussing this and further perpetuating it. And that's all. So if you're into the drama shit, just go check out Judge Jolene. And it's great. And she's funny, she's entertaining, and she's actually really like insightful. Like it's like kind of like a therapist, like a psychiatrist, like the way she breaks it down. It's really interesting. So yeah, check her out. Yeah, she figured it out. Like she figured it out real quick. All right, next. The other Mary B sends $5, goes, say it with me. Nobody cares. Exactly. We've got rights to defend and turtles to free. And that reminds me. So the other Mary B has begun putting together an amazing spreadsheet of, information showing intent, going through all of my older episodes. She's got a little crew together there. I got to find a way to like get that more so the public can input on it and help her out, because it's great. So thank you very much to the other Mary B for doing that. You're a real soldier for justice. I appreciate that. You're one of the real ones. Next, 𝗙𝗵𝗵 𝗧𝘂𝗍 sends how much? $10 a year. Please give a shout out to Danny and the chat rats at Rat House Media. Always. They've always been loyal supporters of Turtle Boy in the fight against corruption. When drama happens in the community, they have become an emotional support chat for many of us. Due to that, sometimes they catch some strays, but I want to make sure they know how important their channel is, Free Turtle Boy. I agree with that completely, 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗧𝘂𝗍𝗂. Love them. Go give the chat rats a sub, and Danny and Mary B and Dean and the rest of them over there in the chat rats. We love them. Thank you. Next, we got Laura sends $25, goes, glad to hear you're going to focus on the McAlbert's corruptions and free speech. This is where you are needed and where you shine. This is where it began, man. This is where it all began. It didn't begin with drama. It began with the murder of John O'Keefe and the subsequent framing of Karen Reed and the cover-up of his murder. And the framing of Karen Reed was a big part of that. And so, yeah, that's what it's all about. Then it became a free speech thing on October 11th, 2023. I was just a commentator on this. I was just a person uncovering this shit. When they arrested me, it changed everything. It's like it was a brand new chapter of the Karen Reed saga. It made it impossible to tell the story of Karen Reed without telling the story of Turtle Boy, period. Thank you. Deborah sends $5, goes, Sparkly needs our prayers and support Wednesday. Turtle and Army, please go to Nashua and support Marie. Notice Deborah has the same last name as Marie, so I don't know if you're related to her. And she says, please make sure Marie doesn't drop her order against these two bullies. Please consider going and reporting on this injustice against our favorite rabbit. She helped your fundraiser, and now she needs our help. So here's the deal with that. 100% team Sparkly Rabbit all the way, right? All the way. And I wish her the best. And I think it's wrong what Jim Altman did, right? Contacting all that shit, contacting her family. It's fucking psychotic. So team Sparkly Rabbit all the way. I wish her the best. I can't go. First of all, that's the first day of summer vacation. My ex-wife's in school for another week after that, so I wouldn't be able to go if I wanted to. But secondly, even if I could go, I wouldn't go because I'm just not opening that can of worms again, because one of the people that she's trying to get an order against, it's just somebody that I don't want to be near or have any involvement with whatsoever. That's just killing these people with oxygen. Like done. These people are using, too many people are using me for content. And it just, you just got to starve them of it. Just starve them of it. And that's it. No more. They win. Anytime you interact with them, they win. So I'm out. But, best of luck to Marie, the Sparkly Rabbit, because all she did was start supporting me. And that's when problems happen. When the Sparkly Rabbit didn't support me, when she was on Team Bad Guys not that long ago, they loved her. And did you see me attack her? Did you see me go on the warpath against her? No, because you're allowed. Contrary to popular belief, you're actually allowed to not like me. And I don't just destroy you or try to destroy you simply because you don't like me. That's, I'd rather just talk to you and educate you, and that's it. But, you know, others subscribe to a different worldview, and it's like supporting me is unacceptable, and they just try to destroy you. So best of luck to her. I hope things go well, and I hope her problems disappear. That's all I can say about that. So thank you. Catherine sends $25, goes, love you and curious why no one mentions the vomit. People mention the vomit. I mention the vomit all the time. The concussion, instant incapacitation, curious. I don't know what you mean. I feel like people mention it a lot, but thank you very much, Catherine. Next. Let's see what we have here. We got Brenda sends $10, goes, prayers out for you from your virtual digital aunt. Okay. I didn't know I had one. Thank you. Jersey sends $5, goes, hey, Daddy, can you wish Chad a very happy first Father's Day from Jackson? Daddy was right. Free Turtle Boy. Love from Green Sea, South Carolina. Okay. There you go. Happy first Father's Day. Enjoy Jackson down there. Excellent. At 4 Dread sends $10, goes, instead of coming off the way you hoped you did. Huh? Seems you came off the way they portrait you. SMH turtle tantrums. I don't know what any of that means. Fuck them. Turtle Boy is right. It says, thanks. Amy sends $10, goes, happy Father's Day, Aidan. Short, sweet, and simple. Thank you for that one. I appreciate that. Jen sends $25, goes, I have your next court date as July 20th. Is that correct? I watched the supporter channel and he said July 14th. I would like clarification if possible. Yes. So my next criminal hearing for the witness intimidation is July 20th in Suffolk Superior Court in Boston. That's criminal. I will be in attendance of that one on July 14th. And so that's our motion to dismiss the charges. On July 14th, we have our motion to dismiss for anti-slap with the McAlbert's lawsuit against me. That is in Plymouth Superior Court. I won't be at that one. I would like to be at that one, but I can't be at that one because I am on vacation in Truro that week, and I don't fuck with vacation. Vacation for me is vacation. I don't interrupt vacation. So a vacation means a vacation. You only get one really a year. So, you know, I don't work during vacation. So I won't be there. But my lawyer, Jeff Pyle, will be. And hopefully it goes great. So thank you. Let's see. Tommy DeRosia sends $5, goes, let's get the support going. We have talented, amazing people. LFFAJ. I don't know what that means. Oh, let's effing free a journalist. Okay. We can do this. LFG. Well, thank you, Tom. And so shout out to Tom and Jessica. They were down. They went to the white supremacist rally there. And I call it a white supremacist rally because it was organized by a woman who told a black foreman that he was an Uncle Tom for not voting the way that she told him as a white person that he was supposed to vote, which was guilty. And of an innocent woman. So he was supposed to lynch an innocent woman or else he's a race traitor or something like that. So a white supremacist organized this by the name of Catherine Peters. She organized this little shindig there, and it looked very bootleg. It had like a sad Charlie Brown tree. It had a bunch of sponsors, including it's just a bunch of Twitter trolls. Like they couldn't get any corporate sponsors or like anybody legitimate. Like the forensic group sponsored them. I'm like, is this a joke? You guys couldn't even get like anyone. You couldn't even get D&E Pizza to do it. Something, I don't know. Somebody to sponsor them. Little League teams can get more sponsors than this. Nobody wants to be associated with them. Not good. So she had a little fundraiser there, and that's cute. And I told people, yeah, go up and yeah, you know, I don't tell people what to do. But for me, I'm like, if I'm a supporter of Karen Reed, these are the people that framed Karen Reed for murder. You know, are you a tailgater or are you a get shit done person? Do you actually want to protest the people that did this? Do you want to ask these people questions? Do you want to get to the bottom of this, or do you want to tailgate? what you want. Some people want to tailgate, and that's fine. If you're a tailgater, be a tailgater, right? I'm a get shit done person. Unfortunately, I can't get shit done because I have, stay away orders that I don't want to scare any of these people. So, but Tom DeRozier is a get shit done guy. And so is Jessica and Jessica S. And so they went down there. They stood across the street from the Canton Club. They didn't do anything. They just stood there peacefully, waving an American flag, streaming, demanding justice for John O'Keefe. And, it turned into apparently some sort of bomb threat was called in. And they're like blaming Tom. There's zero evidence of that whatsoever. Zero evidence of that. Whoever called in a bomb threat, if that actually did happen, which we'll see, show me the person that did it. And then it shouldn't be hard to find it. It shouldn't be hard to find who called in the bomb threat, right? I mean, this day and age, how do we know they didn't do it? I don't know. Somebody did it. But whoever did it should be punished to the full extent of the law. And I hope that it's seriously looked into. But there's zero evidence that Tom did it. And some people were messaging me saying, is this, a lot of like, Tom shouldn't be doing this. Should not be going down there. It's a bad look. No, I think that not showing up is giving into... People in America should be allowed to protest wherever they want. And if people like Tom are afraid to go down there and Jessica S are afraid to go down there and wave an American flag, then the bad guys have won. They did nothing wrong. As far as I've seen, they did nothing wrong. So, good for them. All right, next. If we have any, hold on. Jakey sends $25, goes, listen, Turtle, happy Father's Day. The McAlbert's and 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃, who changed her name to Brooks Arbano, have all gotten away with murder. How long until the McAlbert's changed their name and moved to a different state or country? Fellow Turtle Riders, search the murder mystery of John LaChapelle on YouTube. The LaChapelle family needs a Turtle Boy after he's freed, after Turtle Boy's freed. Free Turtle Boy. Well, thank you very much, Jakey. We will look into that. Okay. Let me just read a couple cash apps here. Exactly, Jessica. Jessica's a real one. Jessica's always there. And she says, we have the right to, she's one of the Canton 9. We have the right to stand out there. People died for us to do that. Amen, sister. Amen. She's at everything. She's at all my court cases, all of them, every single one, and all of Karen's shit too. So I'll be damned. The day that I tell those people to stop showing up. First of all, like I have any right to do that. They can do whatever the fuck they want. It's a free country, and I'm not their mother. And although I'm daddy, I'm not actually their father. So, I don't tell people where they're not allowed to protest in the United States of America. If they want to go down there, they can. Like, I will never tell them not to go down there ever. All right. Nicole sends $5 in the Cash App and says, can you say happy birthday to Danny from Rat House? Danny, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, brother. Today's the summer solstice, I believe, today too. It's the longest day of the year. So you have your birthday is the longest day of the year. That's great. Congratulations. Danny has given $20 on his own birthday and says, we have a Discord server to organize the search. Dude, that's great. I got to get in. I'm not a Discord guy. I always associated that with Krusty, so I never got into it, but maybe I need to. So thank you. Wendy sends $25, goes, happy Father's Day to our number one daddy. Well, thank you very much to Wendy. Appreciate that. Katie sends $10, goes, hashtag Colin was rehomed. Okay. Yeah, he might. It seems that way. Holly sends $25, goes, happy Father's Day. Thanks, Holly. Appreciate that. And Maisie sends $10, goes, happy Father's Day, Ken. Thanks for all you do. Maisie. Good job, Ken. Keep up the good work. Excellent work. Couple memberships to bang through. A new member, Mom Morris. Awesome. New York. Happy Father's Day, says Just Knight. B Crumbs tossing around 5 memberships. Congrats to the winners. If you got a membership, don't forget to renew. because you get a free one there. It's like free test trial run, and you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it because you get Fridays members only streams that no one else gets, and plus it's fucking $5. Just give me $5. It'll be great, and you'll love it. It's gonna be awesome. AZ Patriots new member, awesome. Welcome aboard. Panda Bear says I went to school with 𝗃𝗃. Didn't he go to Westboro? Is that where he's from? From the second intro song, Too Funny. Turtle Boy is right sometimes. Sometimes I like that. Turtle Boy is right, comma, sometimes. That's a good Turtle Boy is right sometimes. Diana is a new member. Look, it's spicy. Nice to see you, Diane. Thank you. Happy Father's Day, says Drago's Pet Mouse, member for 8 months. Awesome. Thank you. Linda is a new member. You're gonna love it here, Linda. Linda the Seuss. Lassus. I don't know. Awesome. We got Peaches says Turtle Boy is right. Turtle Boy was right, is right, and will always be right sometimes. Well, I will always be right sometimes. Thank you so much. Cupcakes for Justice. 5 memberships. Giving them out. Congrats to the winners. Happy to be here. Says tuberculosis. That was the name I forgot. Tuberculosis. I kind of like that name. Tuberculosis. That was a good nickname. Janelle says the truth goes marching on. Whew, love to see it. Oh, the other one's Turtle Tits too. That's a new one they're calling me. I like that one. Turtle Tits. Not bad. Not bad. Happy Father's Day, says Nicole. Awesome. Thank you. Turtle Boy was right. That's what she said. Yes. I ordered my mistake says I ordered my Turtle Boy hoodie and I'm wearing it on vacation overseas next week. Can't wait to see if anyone knows what it means. Depends what country you go to. If you go to Australia, people are going to know. People are going to know down there. Roasted Beam says, did you see the wiretapper on the Loophole Lawyer? The dim bulb. We're going to watch some of that. We're definitely going to watch some of that. Have you considered the Palladium or Mechanics Hall? I'd consider it. You know, it's just a matter of like, again, I talked about this like a month ago. I don't want to be my own promoter. I don't want to be my own agent. I need to find someone to do that for me. I'm having no luck. I haven't really tried looking either, but we'll see. Heather says Turtle Rider for life, but a bunny as well. It's uncomfortable at times because so many people are involved in it. It's hard to just be nice. Okay. I'm glad you're a Turtle Rider for life. Thanks. Jay Shockblast says, fuck Brighton Towing. Yikes. Sounds personal. Thanks. 𝗏𝗟 is a new member. Welcome aboard, dear. I think you're going to love it here. Appreciate that. Anyone else wants their message read out loud to the class? Click at the link at the top or cash at me at $Uncle and we can do it that way. All right. So if you guys missed it, over the weekend, apparently somebody bought a ticket. There was a strict thing. Krusty Panties wrote. I'll read what she wrote. I can't believe this is real. Let me see. This was a Krusty Panties post on Friday. So on Juneteenth. Today is the day. Time to show up with your pockets heavy of cash and support the witnesses who just got back from a nice vacation in Aruba and enjoy a great event together. I'm looking forward to spending time with what has truly become my second family. Now, stop right there. I got to laugh at that, okay? Because it's just so funny because they would want nothing to do. Like the fact the McAlbert's are so lacking in support that I still laugh at the fact that because I know the history of Krusty Panties. I know what she is. She is like as ratchet can get. Go back and watch some of my streams. Like she lost 2 of her kids to the state. Her junkie boyfriend, Andrew Johnson, was arrested in September of 2021 for assaulting her teenage daughter with a knife. The police report is horrific. It just go and watch the interview I did with the couple in which Krusty Panties was the best man in their wedding, and just listen to it. And just like this person, the McAlbert's would never associate with her ever, but they had no one in their corner. They had no one, because who the fuck would be in their corner? So they had to take what they could get. Like Jennifer McCabe would never be associated with somebody like her prior to this. She wants to be accepted by like suburban white people so badly. And this is the best she could find. And they're like, sure, you'll do. And so when she says that spending time with what has truly become my second family, also her first family, because her first family, 2 of the kids are gone. So they're not her family anymore. They call someone else mom. So yeah. So they're gone. And so that, you know, that's more of like an insult to the McAlbert's, that they have to be friends with someone like this. It has been a pleasure getting to know so many of you. And I bet you the McAlbert's are really resting assured knowing that like the only reason this person is in their corner is because she's obsessed with me. Like that's it. That's the only reason she has any interest in them. Same with Kim Fair, same with Gaffney. You might have noticed this, that the only people that support them just are obsessed with me. That's it. So it says, a quick reminder, please do not bring outside alcohol into the event. That's normal. At our last gathering, bartenders found a ton of empty Jack Daniels nips in the restroom trash. So this is quite the crowd that they're bringing. This is a classy event, bro. Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this second time. We're going to show a 𝗫𝗏𝗃𝗃 tweet because it's good. And Melanie read it too. It's funny. She's on a roll. Again, this is more about redemption here. You know what I mean? Like, it just proves you can. Turtle Boy derangement syndrome is not forever. It's not. You can beat it. You can beat it. Okay. So she said, I'm really glad that the ever so classy, Kate Peter was able to locate the Charlie Brown Christmas tree for her Jen McCabe fundraiser night. It really added to the ambiance of the night and pulled together the finishing touches of the tabletop weeds that she pulled from her cracks off her driveway. I would also like to echo her sentiment of how brave the attendees were, especially the sponsors such as Earl and Tulu, who donated and showed no fear in having their real government names displayed. That's funny. That's fucking funny. I don't care. That's funny. Like, look at that. And dude, look at the tree. Look at that. Why is it all by itself? I need to zoom in on that. I need to like download that. Okay. And we just need to show. Okay. I'm actually going to show the picture so we can like zoom in on it. And by the way, Krusty is got her account suspended on Twitter, but you know, other people have been suspended like 20 times and they keep coming back. So we'll see. So, but check this out, bro. Look at this thing. Look at this fucking tree. What is this? So, okay. So what is this? This looks like the bonsai tree that A.C. Slater pruned too many times in Saved by the Bell from Mr. Belding. Look at this thing. And it's just sitting there by itself. I mean, it looks like the same decorations as 5150's living room there, right? Like with just the Christmas lights for some reason in June. They go up the tree a little bit. Like, what is going on here, bro? What is this? This looks like a mutant broccoli or something. Look at this thing. What is that? It's not even symmetrical. Like what? It's just sad. It's the saddest plant. This is the only thing she could find. And she put Christmas lights on it. This is just shows how like bootleg and trashy she is. Like she's never been involved in something nice before because it's just not who she is. And so she just doesn't know how to do it. She doesn't know how to be like middle class. Like she wants to be middle class so badly and just have like an event like this and just doesn't know how. But she's really proud of herself that she kind of did. Like she put something together, I guess, for like middle class white people. And it's like, thank you to our sponsors. Okay. There's the Forensic Room. So it's a YouTube channel run by the Foreskin Girls. Okay. Patty Hodgins, whoever that is. You got something called Ginny Jams. That's good. Who's on the Forensic Room, I believe, the Foreskin Girls. Corey with a K, whoever that is. Earl. Is that the chick that cried on my show? That emotionally manipulated me by crying? And ladies, like, enough with the crying, please. Seriously. Just in general with the crying. Like grow the fuck up. You know what I mean? Grow. If you want to, and that goes for anyone. That's no one in particular about this shit, right? If you want to be treated equally with fucking men, right? If you want to have a conversation with men, then fucking be equal. You know, you ain't gonna see me sitting here crying about shit, and I got real shit to cry about, like real fucking problems. There's a lot I could fucking cry about, right? So if I'm having a conversation with anyone, because this Earl lady, she came on my show during one of my spaces, and she cried. And I'm just sick of the fucking crying from grown-ass 50-year-old women and shit. Enough with the fucking crying, right? And not like, don't come. That ain't going to work with me. Oh, Turtle Boy, you're being mean. She was really crying. I don't give a fuck. Then don't have a fucking don't have an adult conversation with me about shit. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Like, get the fuck out of here with this shit. With the fake crying. Remember when Earl came on here and cried? Remember that? You know what makes me want to cry? This fucking tree. That tree makes me cry. That I will cry over that fucking tree. That I'll give you a pass on that one. If you look at that tree and you cry, you get a free pass. You get one free crying pass. Don't come on here and fucking cry. Enough with the fucking crying. Okay? Earl. So Earl's a crier. Right? That's it. And yeah, I have cried before. I've cried. I was cried when Karen Reed was acquitted. Right? Right. But if I have a conversation with somebody, like Earl came on my show and wanted to have a conversation about it, and she started crying, that shit doesn't fucking work with me. Because that's emotional fucking manipulation. Fuck that shit. That's you crying, which is literally supposed to make everybody feel bad for you when you do that. Oh, look what you made her cry, Turtle Boy. You're so insensitive. And then the substance of the conversation is lost then because a grown up is crying. Enough of this shit. Enough of that. That doesn't work with me. Homie, don't play that. Homie, don't play that, period. I don't give a if it's fake, real, anything like that. You want to fucking cry, take it off screen. That's it. Enough of this shit. Auntie Bev didn't allow crying in her courtroom. Why should I? Enough of this shit. No, she didn't allow it in the Michael. She literally didn't allow the Michael Chestnut family to cry in there because it affected people too much. And it's true. I wouldn't say crying. I wouldn't say crying is always emotional. Of course, it's always emotional manipulation. It might not be on purpose, but it's emotional manipulation. It 1000% is. For the average person watching it happen, they see a woman fucking crying and they're like, you made her fucking cry. You're a bad guy because you made her fucking cry. You're not sensitive enough to that. And then all of a sudden, no one's talking about the issue at fucking hand. Right? Whether or not it's on purpose, nothing. I don't do the crying. If you want to have a conversation with me, don't fucking cry. I have zero tolerance for crying. None. From fucking grown-ups. Zero. Period. Done. You want to call me insensitive? I don't give a shit. Don't fucking cry to me. That doesn't fucking work on me. Period. Might work on other people. Because I've been around criers. I've been around too many fucking criers. And I'm not doing the crying shit anymore. Earl. So there's Earl. Who else is on there? You got Tulu, whoever that is. D. Beck, Lisa L, Lydia, and April. Stupid April. Is that you? She's giving money out too. That's sad. That might make me cry. I don't want to make anyone cry. Sorry there. Anyway, so yeah, so they're back to this here. And what is this? Is this say? What is this sign? I gotta download this sign. This one too. You can't zoom in on Twitter. You can't like. So you gotta download the picture. Okay, we've seen that one. So this is, it's the courage table. She named her tables with the blue lights too. For those who stand tall, even when it would be easier to stay quiet. What? Who was at that table? I wonder. That should be interesting. Anyway, so yeah, there was a mole that apparently got in there. And because I didn't finish reading the Krusty post. So yeah, so it's really classy, really classy. Then she goes, then it gets better. Please refrain from taking any pictures. I was told by Peg O'Keefe, that I'm the only one allowed to take pictures. If that's true, it's wild that like Peg O'Keefe is like the only person I trust is Krusty Pants. And you know what? I'm going to say that's true. And it just further shows what a fucking disgusting piece of trash Peggy O'Keefe is. That's it. He's like, bro, you're associating with Krusty Panties, who had her fucking kids taken. And on the day my mother died, said the world is a better place now that Turtle Boy's mom is dead. She's horrible. Like, you want to associate with that, Peg? Get the fuck out of here. You're fucking trash. It's okay to say that Peg O'Keefe is fucking filthy, disgusting trash. Add that one to your fucking lawsuit, fucking 𝗪𝗏𝗏. You like adding irrelevant shit to your lawsuit. Let me repeat that. Peg O'Keefe is gutter fucking trash. Gutter fucking trash. You associate with Krusty Panties, go fuck yourself. Wait, it's the parody account? Oh, it's the parody account. I fell for the parody account. Come on, who fell for... Okay, all right, I got parodied. I fell for the parody account. Okay, I don't change my opinion though. I think she's trash. I think she's trash. Because she knows she still associates with Krusty. Everything I just said, disclaimer. So disclaimer, that was the parody account. Disclaimer. See, I can admit when I'm wrong. Who the fuck sent me that? Well, but were they allowed to take pictures? Was that like a thing? I'm going to kill that parody account. It sounds just like her though. That's good. You know when it's good when the 𝗵𝗲𝗏 parody account gets them all. Erica Walsh is messaging me. She's like, that's the parody account. The chat is lighting up to warn you, FYI. I told you this weekend, silly. I don't pay attention. I got a lot going on. See, I made a mistake. Okay. I fell for the parody account. It's pretty good, but I don't take back anything I said about Peggy O'Keefe because I've said that a million times before. Peggy O'Keefe also used Lindsay Gattani as a fucking prop and was like, where's Lindsay outside of court? Like came to my fucking arraignment. She associates with all these horrible fucking people. So nothing I said is taken back. Nothing. Was she there? Hey, let's not forget the last fundraiser. Peggy O'Keefe doing this thing next to Lizzie Proctor. Yeah. Somebody goes, I want to be like this. You need to stop talking like that. You're a member, so you're giving me $5 a month. How about instead of stop talking like that, I just do it more? How about that? How about I do it fucking more? Just to offend you, because I fucking love offending you. I'm a 50 and keep giving me $5 every fucking month because I told you to. Because I told you to. Keep giving me money, right? You need to stop talking like that. No, I need to accelerate it. I need to do it more. I need to offend more people. That's what I need to do. Fuck them. We're not playing that. Anyway, it's a good parody account. It's not as good as the Plevin one, but it's pretty good. So there we go. All right. Anyway, picture coming on here and being like, you shouldn't talk like that. And me being like, oh, okay, yeah. How about you get in the hole instead? I love to when I'm seeing people out there. I used to support 𝗃𝗏boy, but he's telling too many people to die in a hole. How about you? I haven't told enough people to die in a hole because I haven't put you in there yet, have I? Get in there. Jump in. Jump in. And I'm just going to keep throwing fucking dirt on you when you ask me to stop. No more dirt. Oh, sounds like you need some more dirt. You're a little too loud. As soon as I stop hearing noise, then the dirt stops. You know, no more breathing. Then we're done here. All right, next. So yeah, that's that. All right, now, apparently there was a couple. So he got. So that whole thing's fake. I can't believe I fell for the parody account. I can't believe it. Either way, fuck it. It was real to me. God damn it. So apologies. That was fake. That was not real. Krusty Panties is in. That sounds just like her. Well, because it said the parody account said. I mean, it sounds just like her, bro. About the second family shit. They've been through enough, and I want them to feel safe at my event. Yeah, okay. It's pretty fucking good. I mean, that's definitely something she'd say. But anyway, back to this. So as we were saying here, the videos. So some chick, Loophole Lawyer got some chick to go in there. Some fucking out. And he sent me all the screenshots of his text with this chick. Let's see. Yeah. And she was like inside and talking to Higgins. Higgins was there and shit. So let's just play some of the videos that we have here. Let's start with the Loophole Lawyer video because it's good. So he uses AI pictures of them, but the audio is legit.
In South Carolina, he joined the military. He joined the army.
Former best friend Kevin, and before all the speeches were given, Kevin and Dolly, the House defense. Okay, here we go. What a night I had at the big gala that took place in Canton for the House defendants. Let's watch.
I had a case of COVID, and I had just launched my channel.
There he is, my former best friend Kevin, and before all the speeches were given, Kevin and Dalai Lama did a little question and answer. Let's keep watching.
But before that channel, something that no one really knows is that I had tried to start a different YouTube channel.
Wow, that was very informative by my former best friend. But let's get on with the big speeches.
I was going to go to Brian next, but I'm second guessing.
Oh, so this is John Jackson, deep thinker John Jackson. So what did he say?
Wow, that was very informative by my former best friend. But let's get on with the big speeches.
I was going to go to Brian next, but I'm second guessing.
Whoa. So I think he's talking about Higgins. Listen to what he says here.
He's
in a Ford Edge.
Someone in the
so that's Higgins. Is that not Higgins?
Crowd made a joke.
That's Higgins. That's Higgins. That's Higgins. I'm telling you, that's Higgins' voice. Higgins is definitely there. You can do that, but he's in a Ford Edge. So they're making jokes about this, by the way. Just a reminder, the joke behind that is that an eyewitness by the name of 𝗪𝗏 swears up and down that he saw a Ford Edge parked next to the place where police claim John O'Keefe's body was lying at 3 a.m. on the morning of January 29th, 2022. All right. And, you know, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, so the Ford Edge is parked there. So it's like real serious. Like whoever's driving that Ford Edge, if they weren't responsible for killing John O'Keefe, they are an eyewitness who never came forward. That's what it means. If suppose Kearney did kill John O'Keefe, which she didn't, it's impossible. That means a Ford Edge came along later and parked next to his dying body for some reason and didn't get out of the car and try to administer first aid or anything like that. Just sat there. That's if Kearney did it, which she didn't. And so these people are all saying Kearney did it, which means the driver of the Ford Edge sat there and looked at John O'Keefe's body for an hour and did nothing. And just watched him die and like watched him, you know, wither away in pain. Yeah. And so that's funny to Brian Higgins. That's like funny. Just remember my big takeaway from this whole thing is that a bunch of these goons got together and had a fundraiser for themselves and didn't talk about John O'Keefe at all. Who talks about John O'Keefe? We do. We constantly put John O'Keefe at the forefront of everything. John O'Keefe has been forgotten for them. You know who matters to them? Colin Albert, Brian Albert, Brian Higgins, Jennifer McCabe. That's who matters to them. That's not who matters to us. Who matters to us is John O'Keefe, number one, distant second, Karen Reed, but number one, John O'Keefe, number fucking one. And they like to pretend like we're just in this because we're Karen Reed's cheerleaders and, you know, we're just, this is fun for us. No, this ain't fun, motherfucker. This is life and death. This is a murder. Go back and watch any of my protests, which I've been doing over and over again. I say the name John O'Keefe 10 times more than I ever say the name Karen Reed, ever. And I'm going to continue to say the name John O'Keefe because even though Karen Reed has been acquitted, that's nice and all. But as Sean of the Gulf used to say, right, and he was 1000% right about this, justice will never come at Norfolk Superior Courthouse. Justice will come at Uncle Joe's house, Moakley. Like that's the only place justice can happen is with the feds. Unless, of course, a new district attorney is elected. And then we could have justice for John O'Keefe in Norfolk County. But we're not stopping, bro. That's the first thing I said when I was interviewed after Karen Reed was freed on NBC with Malcolm. Why I'm flaking on Malcolm's last name, but Malcolm from NBC 10 interviewed me out there and was like, what would you have to say to the people that would say that there's no justice for John? I'm like, we're all out here for justice for John, you know? And I hope now that Karen Reed's been exonerated, we can all come together, antis and pro Karen Reed's, and we can all demand justice for John O'Keefe by going after the real people who clearly murdered John O'Keefe. Let's get them. Time to get the bad guys. Now that we've figured out that Karen Reed didn't do it, she's been exonerated. Let's go. Are we serious about justice for John? Or do we want to have get-togethers like this with John Jackson? Does John Jackson just want to have a chance to hear the sound of his own voice again? Is that what this is about? Because that seems to be what it's about for them. Is boo-hoo, I'm the victim. Ooh, I'm the victim here. I don't hear anything about John O'Keefe here at all. I don't hear anything about John O'Keefe's kids. Nothing. All I hear about is how Brian Albert and Brian Higgins are victims. That's all I hear. It goes on.
The crowd made a joke about a Ford Edge, the last make and model of the car that was seen right next to John's dying body on the front lawn. Very classy.
I was just going to say something like do you think they were practice fighting? Do you think they were practice fighting? You like this podcast? We're like, the look at the face is like, it could only be asked by some lawyer who hasn't been properly punched in the face before.
Who's saying that? So is this John Jackson saying this? So he's mocking, and I always thought this was stupid too. And I'm on record saying this. Go back since trial one saying this. I never agreed with this line of questioning about that. They said that they were warming up, that Higgins and Brian Albert were warming up at the waterfall. They were play fighting. And I always said that's stupid because it's not a 5K. You're not warming up and stretching or anything like that. They're just fucking meatheads. That just shows that they're the kind of guys that do that in public a lot. They're just fucking weirdo losers. And, you know, and so he's mocking that. So John, if this is John Jackson, this is John Jackson talking. He's mocking that. But then listen to what he says. And I think this is pretty telling.
The liberty case is like, it should only be asked by some lawyer who hasn't been properly punched in the face before.
You can only be asked by a lawyer who hasn't been what? Did I have the right playback speed? Yeah. Listen to what he says.
It should only be asked by some lawyer who hasn't been properly punched in the face before.
I mean, think about what he's just saying there. You can only be asked by some lawyer who hasn't been properly punched in the face before. AKA, like, this is what they want to do to Alan Jackson. They want to punch him in the face. He hasn't been basically, Alan Jackson is only asking questions like this because he hasn't been punched in the face. Oh, cheese dick. Yeah, cheese dick, not John Jackson's cheese dick. So he's never been properly punched in the face before. Is there anything more ironic about this? Is that this is what these people do when you ask them tough questions like Alan Jackson does, when you look for justice, when you don't go along, when you dare to cross them, their immediate reaction is that you deserve to be punched in the face. Is there anything more insensitive to that? John O'Keefe was punched in the face and hit in the back of the head and then left out to die in the snow. And these people are making jokes about punching people in the face. It's funny to them. This is how they honor John O'Keefe, is by making jokes about physical violence against attorneys for having the audacity to question them. You're not even allowed to question them or else you deserve to be punched in the face. This was kind of glossed over by a lot of people on this audio, is that they talked about assaulting Alan Jackson because he asked questions that you weren't allowed to ask. You're not allowed to ask them questions. If you do, you deserve to be punched in the face. You're telling me if we got all their phones right now, there wouldn't be text messages in there about punching me in the face or punching John Como in the face or punching, you know, anybody who's out there, any male, especially out there advocating for justice in the face. They would love to do that to any of us. Look what they said about Yannetti, his retarded client's phone. I hate that man. I truly hate that man. It's personal with these people.
To say about a guy who put his whole life on the line, you know, in the worst parts of Boston, chasing the worst people, be like, is it practice?
So this is him. This is John Jackson sucking Brian Albert's dick. That's what he's doing right now. Oh, do you think he would need to practice? He's so fucking tough. He's such a you know, a grizzled street cop. He doesn't need to practice getting punched in the face. Bro, you know, these people murdered your friend, right? Your boy, John O'Keefe. I know I'm being sued for saying that. I'm not supposed to say that. I said it again. Add it to the next one, 𝗪𝗪. Add it to the next one. John O'Keefe went inside that house alive and came out dead. He went into Brian Albert's house alive and came out dead. We are well within our rights to assume Brian Albert was involved in that. And this guy is making jokes about how tough Brian Albert is. Disgusting. Fuck. No wonder you never met Karen Reed. This fucking worthless. Next time I see this motherfucker, he ain't a witness. I'm going to give him a big piece of my mind. You are the worst friend ever. John O'Keefe deserves so much better than your fucking retarded. John O'Keefe fucking hates you, John Jackson, you grifting motherfucker. You have used You never say no to the spotlight. You never say no to a camera. You never say no to the opportunity to make John's death all about you. You fucking filthy, disgusting pile of trash. You fucking loser. Loser.
Playing grab ass.
That I allowed those text exchanges to happen.
And what a surprise, right before my eyes. The man who murdered John O'Keefe, Brian Patrick Higgins, old Higgy Bear, actually got up and...
The man who murdered John O'Keefe. How come they're not suing Loophole Lawyer? Not that I want them to. But it's kind of telling, isn't it? That they only sue me, of all people? Why me? A lot of people seem to think that. I didn't even push the Higgins narrative that hard because I didn't even know about it.
Spoke.
I've said it on the stand, I've said it in other forums, right? What people miss in this translation is that she got that number from a third party. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't justify my action, right? That's my
And it's no surprise.
She got my number from a third party. That gets lost in translation. What does that even mean? So Karen Reed got Brian Higgins' phone number from someone else and started texting her. So that somehow makes it okay for him to hit on John's girlfriend. I mean, by the way, that's another thing that John Jackson, you're literally hanging out with the guy and making jokes and small talk about Fort Edges with the guy that was trying to bang your dead friend's girlfriend at the time, right? And the guy that minutes before John died, he's on video being held back from fighting him at the waterfall bar. And this guy's got a temper. I've seen it in person. He chased after me on the 4th of July last year. He ran after me while I was a passenger in a fucking car, and I did nothing. I did nothing. I didn't drive there. I was just a passenger in a fucking car. I didn't take pictures of him, nothing. He took pictures of me and said, "Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here." What did I do? Nothing. And this, what does it matter? I mean, I can't believe this guy's up here trying to justify his text messages. The balls on this dude, huh?
That our sensitive big boy is still trying to justify the fact that he went behind his best buddy's back to try and bang his girlfriend.
All right.
Chris
I
Albert.
don't know how I'm gonna overcome that. That was excellent, John. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I want to first start off by thanking everyone for being here tonight. Without all of you here, this couldn't happen. You guys have sacrificed a lot. I want to thank Kate, Carrie, Denise.
I want to thank Krusty, Carrie, Denise,
the kids, everyone that put this together tonight. I'm probably going to miss a couple of people. All the girls over there working the merch stand. Thank you so much.
The merch stand? They're selling merch? What are they? What's the merch for? What does the merch say on it? The merch stand? You have your branding now? You have merch? And you're calling us grifters? 𝗵𝗵𝗃 just got back from Aruba. And you guys are raising money for her. She couldn't even get out of the car. She couldn't even go inside Brian Albert's house when she was there and alert them. She didn't sound very surprised to see John dying in the snow, did she? She called him a man. There's a man in the snow. Oh, testify. They have a brand. They have a brand, a clothing line now. That's great. That's great. That's awesome. Sounds like a good cause. Sounds like a great cause that these guys are selling merch for.
I want to thank all the.
I apologize, but the Canton police are here because someone did a prank.
This is Denise Galvin. I recognize Galvin's stupid voice from a mile away. She says the Canton police are here. Somebody did the bomb threat.
Be a prank call, so they just have to check and do a walkthrough so everybody can see.
Uh-oh, looks like a prankster called in a bomb scare right in the middle of Chris Albert's speech.
And they're just gonna walk through.
Just let them walk through here and take a look.
It's never a dull moment.
You should have seen.
So they used the red right through about your ticket.
Yeah.
And they.
Oh, this is 𝗃𝗵𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗍𝗂. So this is a secret recording here. This is 𝗃𝗵𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗍 sent Kate.
The Eventbrite sent Kate a thing. It was just appalling.
Are you serious?
The threats, there's going to be violence, there's going to be this, and they're like, and I'm like, this is just absurd.
That's just.
And then this place got a lot of emails sent to them, so they were nervous. I'm like,
That's what you have to literally stand up against. Exactly. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here.
Look what we have here. Old Matt McCabe hitting on my beautiful date when I went up to get a drink.
Yeah, right.
Intimidated. It's insane.
The lady is the one recording. The girl. Yeah, is this wiretapping by the statute? I don't know. It's close. I don't know. I don't think she gives a shit. It's illegal. It's interception of audio. So both parties have to be aware that their audio is being intercepted. I'm not sure how that works in like a public place like this. It still might be, but that's up to them. I suppose if they wanted to go forward, they could file a criminal complaint. It wouldn't surprise me if they do, but that would be hilarious if they actually tried. They wiretap this. It doesn't matter if you're in public. You can be, read the statute. Read the statute. The statute's pretty clear, right? And I don't, it doesn't matter. She could just say she was in Rhode Island, I guess. But it doesn't matter if you're in a public place. You can still wiretap someone in a public place. In Massachusetts, according to the statute, both parties have to consent. They have to know that they're being recorded. Not consent, but be made aware of. If the other person tells you that you're recording, you can't be like, you can't record me. Sure they can. They've just told you that you're being, as long as they tell you that you're being recorded, they can record you. But I don't know. That's her problem. We'll see what happens. I'm just enjoying the content. Yeah, that's a good question. I had no idea that me and Will were being recorded outside D&E Pizza Shop on March 4th, 2025. I had no idea. So we'll see.
Well, look who we spotted as we were forced to wait in the lobby while the dopes from the Canton police checked the entire venue for bombs. Right before our eyes was Brian Patrick Higgins, old Higgy Bear.
That's Bob Galvin.
We'll just keep going. Look, guys, honestly, I appreciate you guys asking me to come up here. I just hope that
I appreciate you guys asking me to come up here. Now, you volunteered to go up there, John. You don't shut up.
I hope that you guys get the truth out there that needs to get out there.
I hope you guys get the truth out there that needs to get out there. What does that even mean? How do you get the truth out there? What is the truth? I hope they clear the record. Yeah, let's get show Colin's Life 360 data. Show that you guys are innocent. Do it. There's nothing more than I want than the truth about who murdered John O'Keefe to come forward. I want to know exactly who did it. That's it. What does he think is going to happen from this? What truth is going to come out there? You're going to make up? Science is science. Physics is physics. John wasn't hit by a car. That's the truth. So who did it?
It's not all gonna happen.
Obviously, we all hope that this dope, and more importantly, 𝗺𝗿𝗄𝗆's family eventually understands that this case was very simple. There was just one killer lurking that was in love, that had a motive, and that was Brian Patrick Higgins.
Brian Higgins?
There's some really dumb people out there. You feel it out there, you feel it slowly shipping away. You girls are doing fantastic.
You guys, it's slowly shifting. No, it's not. No, it's not. Nobody, you guys can't even fill up a fucking VFW hall or wherever the fuck you are. You have to depend on people called Krusty Panties to throw parties for you guys.
Work and I think you can have, and you're gonna chip away and make it just the memory of John, being who he was, an amazing man. We're all gonna miss him. I miss him every day.
I miss him every day.
Out there. And you guys stick with it, and we're here with you. So
we're here with you, not with John. We're here with you. That's what he just said. Listen what he says.
Appreciate it. Love you guys. Man, we're all gonna miss him. I miss him every day. You know, the truth is gonna get out there, and you guys stick with it.
You gotta stick with it.
And we're here with you.
We're here with you. We're not here with John. We're here with you. We're here with you, Brian Higgins. We're here with you, Brian Albert. We're here with you, Colin. We're here with you guys. We're not here with John. You know, I don't hear a shout out to Peggy here. Nothing. Just shout out to poor Brian Higgins. He's the real victim here.
So
disgusting.
Love you guys. Thank you.
That put this together tonight. Kate Peter, Carrie Lama, Denise Galvin, Michelle Galvin, Kayla, Tony, whoever else is over there selling the merchandise.
Okay, the third best pizza maker in Canton is back after the bomb scare, and it turns out it was his company that catered this entire event.
Thank you guys for doing everything that you did tonight to put this together. We greatly appreciate it. Without the help of all you guys, we wouldn't be here right now. I want to thank all the personalities that are here tonight. I've met some of you. I haven't met all of you. I hope to meet whoever I didn't get to meet tonight. But thank you for coming tonight. It means a lot in your continuous advocacy for us online, not even knowing who we are, and stepping up and doing that.
Your continuous advocacy where? Online?
It means a lot in your continuous advocacy for us online.
Online. He's like, thank you, Julie Carpenter. Thank you, Ginny Jams. Because, by the way, that's all your sponsors. I can't get over the sponsor list, bro. I can't. They had Crying Earl on there. She couldn't get more sponsors than that. How much did they give? Bro, I can't get over it. I can't get over it with the blood pizza. Oh my God. Their stupid website. I know, bro. They had like, I just can't go on.
Not even knowing who we are and stepping up and doing that. It means a lot. It's a great, it means the world to us. Because, you know, initially when this all happened, we were like floored.
To us, not for John, to us. We're the victims here. Not John's the victim. We're the victims here. We are the victims here. When this first happened, we were like flawed.
We didn't even understand it. Go back to April.
There we go.
April 18th or 17th of 2023, when the first article dropped, we were like, "What the fuck is this? Like, what is turtle? What is a turtle boy? Like,
what is a turtle boy? Well, that's a lie. What is this? What's a turtle boy? You know how I know that's a lie? Well, let's find out. I mean, let's go look up my twat, shall we? All right, let's look up keyword search here on my account. I know it's on there somewhere. I'm looking for the Julie Albert. You know what I'm looking for. Hold on. I'm going to find it. The Julie Albert message about Turtle Boy. Hold on. I'll find it. Julie Albert, Turtle Boy. How about that? There it is. Remember, so he said he'd never heard of Turtle Boy before. Like, what's that? What is that thing? I love how they're talking about me at their fundraiser, too. They can't keep me out of their mind. Remember, this is his wife. This is a text message to John O'Keefe from Chris Albert's wife on May 18th, 2021. John O'Keefe sent Julie Albert a link to an article I'd written that day about a situation in Canton. So John O'Keefe, turtle rider. You can't say John O'Keefe wasn't a turtle rider, because how do you explain why he's sending Julie Albert a link to an article I'd written? How can you explain that? Props to John O'Keefe, my boy. And Julie Albert says, oh my God, I read that this morning. That is my worst fear. Ending up on Turtle Boy. No joke. I have an idea who the girl is. I'm going to ask Dylan. Let you know. But Chris Albert, that was 2021. John O'Keefe was still alive then. And this guy's up here acting like
April 18th or 17th of 2023, when the first article dropped, we were like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is a turtle boy? Like, what is that thing? Like,
ask your wife.
So when we first,
what is that thing? That thing is what is according to your wife. It is, quote, her worst fear is ending up on that thing. That's it. And by the way, Chris Albert also messaged me on April 17th. He knew what Turtle Boy was, and he messaged me and tried to stop me from writing the article. And so did his sister-in-law, Jill Daniels. They both reached out to me. And so did his friend, Meg Kennedy. All three of them reached out to me and begged me not to write the article. They tried their best. They tried to stop the free flow of information because it would make them look bad. These people don't give a shit about John O'Keefe. They only care about themselves. That's it. He's not talking about John up here. He's talking about himself and themselves. Oh, poor us. They wrote an article about us. We're the victims here. We're the victims. Not John O'Keefe. We're the victims here. When we first found out
about it, it was kind of like, unfortunately, it was about my son and my brother, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this isn't real life. This can't be real life. Well, it's not a big deal. It'll just blow over. Like,
it's not a big deal. It'll just blow over. Just a reminder. There was no way he said that on April 18th, that this is not a big deal. It'll just blow over. Because his wife said that it's her biggest fear a year ago before, or 2 years before I wrote the article. She said it's her biggest fear being on there. So clearly they know it's not just going to blow over. Some people aren't over articles I wrote about him 6 years ago. Okay. People, when they get written about on Turtle Boy, apparently it's a life-changing fucking thing for some people. And Chris Albert doesn't think this is just going to blow over at all. Also, a week before I wrote my first article, his son Colin was visited in his dorm room by 2 FBI agents, his son, and given a subpoena to testify in front of a grand jury. You think Chris Albert had knowledge of that on April 18th? I think he did too. So keep in mind, listen to what he just said.
Unfortunately, it was about my son and my brother, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this isn't real life. This can't be real life. Well, it's not a big deal. It'll just blow over. Like, this is just some random, tabloid.
It's just some random tabloid. Oh, and the FBI. And the FBI. Because the FBI is some random tabloid. The FBI was onto them before I wrote anything. before Alan Jackson filed his affidavit on April 12th, 2023 that caught my attention. Yeah. But it'll just blow over. It's just the FBI. Who cares about the FBI? It'll all just blow over. That's a lie. That is a complete lie that they thought that this was like something. They knew what this meant. They knew that before I ever wrote this article, they were in trouble. That's not good. That they're on to us. That we thought we got away with this shit, but we didn't. They're on to us. They lied. Jennifer McCabe got visited by the FBI on the same day, April 10th. She lied. I have their text messages. You haven't seen them yet. I have their text messages to the district attorney's office. They're impounded under protective order. I have Kerry Roberts' messages to the DA's office on that day. I have the DA's office's responses to them. You're not allowed to see that because it's under a protective order. So you can't see that. I can. I've seen it. I know as a fact that they were not nearly as relaxed and thinking this was going to go blow over as they're pretending. And neither was the DA's office. As you can imagine, April 10th, 2023 was a very confusing day for them to get visited by the FBI. April 10th, 2023 was a lot worse for them than April 18th, 2023, when I first wrote about them. I'd be much more scared of an FBI agent than I am of a turtle. I don't know about you guys. I don't have the power to put people in jail. I have the power to expose people and the power to let the public know what they did and the power to put pressure on the government and petition the government to do shit. I have the power to do that. But ultimately, I can't make the government act. The government can, because they're the government. That's the FBI.
Magazine or whatever.
Yeah, just a tabloid.
And then it started developing, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, this is real. So, but initially, we didn't get the support because, you know, the truth doesn't sell. The truth is kind of blah, it's kind of boring, and
it's actually not kind of boring because Kerry Roberts was talking about being in a movie. Your version of the truth, your lie about Karen Reed hitting John O'Keefe with a car, Kerry Roberts thought that was good enough to make a movie about. So it couldn't have been that boring because Kerry Roberts was already picking out who was going to play her in the movie. Ended up being some fat chick. Yeah. You know? So there's that. They're onto him.
But the truth is important. Without the truth, we don't have anything in our lives. So all the people that have stepped up, got in our corner, and, you know, most of you didn't even really know us.
No, sir, you didn't really know us. Yeah, exactly. Because you can't find anyone who knows you that's going to stand by you. A lot of people left. A lot of people distanced themselves from the McAlbert's as a result of this. They used to run the town of Canton. If you go to any of my standout videos outside Chris Albert's Pizza Shop, you see who the real mayor of Canton is. Me. I ran that town so much that they had put stay-away orders on me because I was running it too effectively.
Some of you did, some of you didn't. But I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart and from my family. Thank you for doing what you've done and what you continue to do. It means the world to all of us, to all. It means the world to... It means the world to me, my wife, my children, my brother, his family, Jen's family, Brian Higgins.
What he says.
To me,
okay, so this is who it means the world to. Julie Albert, Albert, Mighty Mouse there, Chris Albert Jr., the guy yelling at women and children outside of C.F. McCarthy's, Dylan Albert, who kicks dead animals inside of abandoned homes, my wife, my children, so they're thankful.
My children, my brother.
Okay, Brian Albert, Nicole Albert, Brian Albert Jr., Caitlin Albert, Tristan Morris. Okay, who else?
His family, Jen's family.
Okay, Jen McCabe, Matt McCabe, Allie, the getaway driver, who turns out wasn't a getaway driver because she didn't go to 34 Fairview Road or Colin Albert's house. So she's just somebody that lies on the stand and pretends to be a victim. Jen McCabe, who Googles how long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m. Matt McCabe, who flips the burgers at the cookout and seems threatens journalists when they show up and says, "Hey, you look kind of small there. I'm really scared though." Brian Higgins, who tries to fuck your girlfriend when you're not around. That guy who tries to, John O'Keefe's the victim. Brian Higgins tried fucking his girlfriend. He's like
Brian Higgins, and everyone that has been affected by this travesty.
And everyone who has been affected by this travesty. Those are the victims there. Notice the name he didn't mention, John O'Keefe. He did not mention the name John O'Keefe because John O'Keefe's not a victim to these people. No, John O'Keefe was never a victim. John O'Keefe is never mentioned by them. They don't talk about John O'Keefe much. They pretend to. They whenever it's convenient, they cloak themselves in John O'Keefe and they wear their justice for JJ buttons, but mostly it's justice for them. We're the victims now. People are being mean to us. People are saying mean things to us. People are talking about us. People are telling the truth about what we did and saying how weird it is and how suspicious it is. They are the victims. Think about Caitlin Albert. She's the victim here. Oh, Allie McCabe, the seamen doxing and children. Oh my, they're the victims. They can't even pretend that Peggy O'Keefe is a victim. Nothing. They can't even do that. Listen to what this, and he goes, it's a travesty. He goes,
my brother, his family, Jen's family, Brian Higgins, and everyone that has been affected by this travesty.
Imagine calling what's happened to them a travesty. You know what's a travesty? The fact that John O'Keefe was murdered inside Brian Albert's house and left to die in the lawn like trash, and an innocent woman was framed for killing him, and we had to spend millions of dollars on taxpayer, money for two trials that had no chance of winning at all, that showed to the world that John O'Keefe wasn't hit by a car, as if we didn't know that already. That's a travesty that an innocent woman had to be dragged through that, and that a Boston police officer will never get justice because a racist, like the biggest racist piece of shit cop ever, wasn't honest about the fact that he knew the family, the fact that this police officer didn't get a real investigation, this dead police officer, all this shit. That's a travesty. You know what else is a travesty? They didn't put up fucking crime tape around the scene of where his body was found. They didn't investigate the Ford Edge that was parked next to his dead body. They didn't interview the plow driver. They didn't interview anyone in the house. That's all a travesty. They didn't pull ring camera videos. Surveillance video from the Canton Library disappeared. That's a travesty. All of that is a travesty. You know what's not a travesty? Turtle Boy exposing these people. That's not a travesty. That's actually a good thing. That's actually a really, really good thing because no one else did it. No one else was willing to do it. So it's actually a good thing. They don't even mention John. They don't even try.
It means the world. I don't know where to go. Yeah.
Like I just can't. I'm so disgusted by this. The more I think about it, that we're having a fucking pity party for Chris Albert, Brian Albert, and Brian Higgins and Colin Albert. We're having a fucking pity party for them. That's all this is. One gigantic pity party for these losers, these goddamn losers, these pathetic losers. Disgusting. And by the way, if the Proctor text messages hadn't come out, they'd be lumping him within. They can't be around him anymore because he's too toxic. But only because the text messages came out. They'd lump him in with the victims too. They can't now. He's too much of a liability.
It means the world to Colin.
It means the world to
Colin.
Colin.
Colin right now is down in South Carolina. He joined the military. He's joined the army. And
that's
convenient. What has happened to Colin is just it's a travesty.
What has happened to Colin is a travesty. Not John O'Keefe, Colin. The victim here is Colin. What has happened to that punk ass bitch, Colin Albert, this kid.
Yo, your advantage boys. I will beat all your asses. I promise you, I will fuck you all up. Pull up, bitch.
This kid.
Bitch, bro. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, you pussy.
Clean cold, boy. You be knocked out. KO. Bang, bang.
Who? That guy. He's the victim. Right there. That's the guy we're supposed to feel bad for. That's the travesty. That kid. That kid, the fact that people were suspicious of that kid who lied on the stand about what happened to his knuckles, who lied about what time he got home. That kid. It's a travesty that we were suspicious of him. It's a travesty that people believe that he was involved in the murder of John O'Keefe. That's the travesty. It's a travesty that Michael Proctor, if Colin Albert was actually innocent, Michael Proctor could have cleared that up real quick. Michael Proctor could have interviewed him, asked to go through his phone, asked to look at his hands that day, taking some pictures. It would have been really, 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 really easy to rule Colin Albert out as a suspect if you were Michael Proctor. But Michael Proctor didn't do, and Michael Proctor knew him. Michael Proctor's known Colin Albert since he was a wee lad. And, he didn't rule him out. He didn't question him. Never spoke to him. No one would suspect Colin Albert if Colin Albert was investigated. But he wasn't. He wasn't. But they're not mad at Michael Proctor. That's the travesty. The travesty is the investigation that John O'Keefe got. And the fact that he was murdered inside Brian Albert's house. That's a travesty. Right? And they're having this their whole campaign is called Testify. And Colin Albert fled to South Carolina to avoid testifying in the deposition. How ironic is that?
It's nothing like the world has ever seen. This should never happen to anybody.
Nothing like the world has ever seen. It's worse than the Holocaust. It's the worst thing that's ever happened in the world. That's what he just said. It's nothing like the world has ever seen, which makes sense because according to Michael Proctor, the Holocaust, not so bad. Actually, good thing. Actually, we wish Hitler won because, equal rights and shit, social, racial equality, Jews being allowed to live amongst us, bad. We don't want to hear anything about that. That's what he's just saying there. That this is like nothing the world has ever seen. What happened to them is like nothing the world has ever seen. They are that much victims.
And the fact that this did happen to him, it has happened to all of us.
It's happened to him.
What's
happened to him happened to all of us. John O'Keefe's dead, by the way. But let's talk about what happened to him. Let's talk what happened to Chris Albert.
To Jen, what's happened to Brian,
yes.
Brian, me, my wife,
what about John?
Our children,
yeah.
All of us. It's disgusting.
Yeah, what's happened to you? What about what happened to John? You gonna talk about that? That John didn't get a proper investigation? That you guys claim Karen Reed did this and she literally walked free because of the investigation? That's the primary reason that she walked free is because of the investigation.
And it should never happen. There is no place in a civilized society for this to happen. It should never happen again. So I just want to say once again, thank you guys all.
You know what there's no place in a civilized society for? throwing people on the lawn to die in the middle of a blizzard. There's no place for that in a civilized society.
For being here. I don't know what else I can say right now, but just keep up the good fight. Keep up the good fight. And that's it. I guess that's all I got. Thank you. Appreciate it.
He's almost as much of a deep thinker as 𝗬𝗵𝗂𝗺.
Chris Albert, so good that he got the cops on.
Oh, there's Krusty Panties. Chris talking. Chris Albert.
You know what? I'm almost glad in a way that just happened, because that's something that I wanted to talk about. I'm so honored to be in the room with each and every one of you.
Okay, well, stop
I'm
it right
so honored to be in the room with all these pieces of shit.
there for today. In part 2, you are going to hear 𝗬𝗄𝗄𝗺 hitting on my date right in front of me, and also an invite to an after party taking place at the Hilton's pool. Luckily for me, my date has been running circles around much smarter men than these dopes in Canton, but no matter what area over the kids and the McCabe's, you're
all right. So yeah, he ends every single episode with Brian Higgins did it. Okay. So tonight, Vince from Loophole Lawyer and the woman who did the recording went on a YouTube presentation called Canton Confidential, hosted by John 𝗀𝗄𝗯. And do we have? I'm looking for his channel right now. His channel's called Canton Confidential, right? How come I search Canton Confidential and NBC 10 comes up? Why can't I find it? Is it Canton Confidential? How come I can't find it? 𝗙𝗵𝗄𝗆. Enormous. Okay. I guess I'll just watch it on this Twitch. Oh, no, I found it. Okay, never mind. Let's pull it up. Canton Chronicle. I apologize. The Canton Chronicle. Getting my YouTube presentations mixed up. 7.2 thousand views. That's a lot. Excellent. Give them a sub if you haven't already. Almost 10,000 subscribers to Canton Confidential. Yeah, okay.
This is the Canton Chronicle.
history together. Sometimes
from what leaked out,
someone else is actually
there. She is. Hold on.
We tried to donate.
Protect me.
So this is the chick. This
aspect and
the stage when he threw it up there, you know. So all right, let's bring on
his role. Yeah.
So to give you some background on my good friend, there she is, 𝗵𝗵𝗆. She's also known as FKA Mammy to the Howard Stern world. She is no amateur, as you will see and hear. No matter what these girls think that they're going to go after her, her and I were laughing today because, John, you had sent me a text saying that they're all trying to out who the mole was. And by the way, she's not a mole. She's just someone who attended, who had a great time. So she'll tell you that. But to give you an introduction, 𝗵𝗵𝗆 and I have gone back, way back, a huge Howard Stern fan. I think that's how she first heard of, at least her and I connected from that. And then as we progressed on YouTube, 𝗵𝗵𝗆 was there. 𝗵𝗵𝗆 was one of my first callers ever when I had a call-in show. And since then, we've had our ups and downs, but mainly ups.
You drove a great distance, huh? I mean, it's mind-boggling. I mean, it's blowing my mind that you would
try to see the human aspect and everything. And I kind of just wanted to go to meet whoever showed the YouTubers I watch. And if I didn't know if any of them would be there, I was actually surprised they were. And, you know, it's all about the truth and transparency. And so I thought that it wasn't going to be a great big deal if I got audio. I was respectful to certain parts, like prayers. And
for the most part, they were respectful to you.
Oh, absolutely. Right. So first of all, I had a wonderful time.
Well, let's not jump ahead, Eric, because if you have a vagina, you're going to get treated differently, as we're going to hear. And this is the one thing I've noticed, that guys treat females differently than they do, let's say, Eric, if you and I just rolled in there and they didn't know who we were. So, 𝗵𝗵𝗆, take us back to when you actually made the purchase.
All right. So I made the purchase probably like a month ago. I have been watching Loophole Lawyer shows and seemed like he didn't have the balls to do it. So I figured I'd just go up and see what the haps. And when I did purchase it, I really didn't think much of it. I put my real name, my information. I have, like I said, I have nothing to hide. I'm kind of just here watching both sides, trying to figure out.
We heard that. Did you use your maiden name or your Caribbean Black husband's name?
I was typing in, it's actually truthful. When I got there, the girls must have thought I was crazy because I told them one last name and then I had to correct myself because I just started using the other last name. So I deleted my maiden name, because what if they ask for IDs and I still have my married name? So
I haven't seen this. Has the chat seen this? Somebody says that John C was humiliated by Loopy. He was effing rude. Is this bad? Am I about to walk into something bad here? I don't know what's going on. So maybe you guys could fill me in. I have no idea what I'm about to witness here. None. I just know she was on there, and I haven't had time to watch it yet.
Didn't delete the L, so they're looking for me. They can't find me. It's Mama Llama. I'm embarrassed. I'm like, I know I have my ticket. I'm showing her my phone, and sure enough, I'm like, did you check under? Then I gave her my maiden name, and sure enough, it had an L in front of my married name. So yeah, that was tricky, and I felt bad. I wasn't trying to confuse anybody, but that's what I used, my real name. My married name.
A little more background on us, John.
Wait a minute. Are you Colombian?
I was just going to get into that. When she called in, and if you close your eyes, you don't hear who you think you're seeing. So I had in my mind, she was this Puerto Rican girl. That's what everyone
sounds Colombian.
I'm gonna. Okay, I don't.
So I will get to the super chats by the.
Because I didn't know that you immediately locked eyes. So after you go upstairs and you check in, and then do they have assigned seatings?
There's no assigned seating. It's an open cash bar. First thing when you walk in, it's just like a little area. Oh, she's Vincenzo.
May I push in your stool for you? Can I date?
So from that point, was Higgins keeping his eye on you?
No. He was busy. He was definitely catching up with friends. When I walked in, I was just floored. I saw right away Chris Albert, the kids. I saw, Brian Albert and Matthew and everybody. And I just was like, the whole gang's here. I was just like, okay, we're doing this.
Was Brian Albert Sr. there?
Yes, he was chit-chatting with me and Matthew about Mr. Higgins.
Okay, we'll get into that part later. I just want to establish who was there. So basically everyone that we know.
Was Jen McCabe
except
there?
for Proctor and 𝗫𝗄𝗃.
And no Colin, because Colin's in the army now.
Colin was not there, obviously. Safe travels to him.
All right,
Edie, can you estimate how many people were in attendance?
I would say it definitely sold out. Not a chair left in the room. I don't know how many.
It holds 180.
Okay, so then I would say they sold out, definitely. If I could guess, it's probably friends, family. When the bomb threat happened, fellow cops got up and started to look behind things and under things. So I think they might have even been there. Unless they weren't and they were just concerned citizens trying to help out and speed things along. I don't know.
So the cops actually were
interesting choice of outfit for her too.
Looking for a bomb.
It's funny because I've been through these things at workplaces and stuff, and I've had to evacuate, but they just kind of was like, it's a prank, just relax. This guy's an ATF agent. Come on, he'll protect me. I saw the way we looked at each other, so I was like, we're good.
Chicken under the tree. Okay.
Who was at the table?
Matthew McCabe.
My girl? Was my girl there? Jen?
Jen was there. I didn't get to meet her until later in the evening, but
Jen was there.
Her.
Should have told her I said hi.
So you're sitting at that table with all the major players then?
Well, at one point they were all around the table, but they were working the room. Everybody wasn't just like in one spot. So like when speakers would change, people would get up and go sit at another table. And everybody I sat with was polite. I know I saw two people, I think, get kicked out together. I don't know if they were together or not, but I saw two people get escorted out for recording. So I didn't have any interest in like recording. I wasn't really even paying attention. I was having a conversation with someone, so I can't tell you, to be honest.
All right, so you sit down at some point, and then we saw that guy Kevin, my former best friend, started to talk. Was that how the order went chronologically?
Can I get to my raffle tickets first?
Bitch, why do we let her run the show?
I purchased a hefty number of raffle tickets. There was a beach basket that had a big bottle of Tito's in it. And
these are the same people that always try to like get me jammed up for raffling shit off. Oh, it's a raffle. Krusty Panties loves reporting people to the Attorney General's office for raffles, and nothing ever happens. So
I was like, this is good for the summer, right? I know it's Tito's, what we're gonna do. But they had this really nice little raffle set up, so they probably did well. We all.
Speaking of that, and we talked earlier, and hopefully the people watching will contribute via super chats tonight. Dee went there on her own dime. I didn't know that you were going, and hopefully we can recoup some of that money.
Happy Father's Day, Vince.
Thank you. That she made through the
right.
This is weird.
We'll go right through the super chats rather than playing. Actually, not guilty. John, Pink, Vince.
Before the show, John was getting so nervous, Eric, and he was getting flippy. I gotta go buy beer.
Earl's on this show giving John Como super chats.
I can't handle this. So I kept sending him songs. Under Pressure by Billy Joel. What else did I send him, F Mammy?
Yeah, you said some very inappropriate.
Oh, DMX,
Oh.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it here. Normally we don't even keep it. We try to donate back to Canton. But since you said she went to Canton on her own dime, on her own, wasn't put up to it. I mean, I should be a grifter, but
Hey, John,
who actually interacted intimately with Jen McCabe?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, she talking
yeah. So,
to
and
you?
again, people that we're here doing the show, but I know there's going to be questions for you. And if you could super chat them, and not necessarily just for the money, but it helps us think of the things we want to ask. Because 𝗃_𝗲𝗻𝗵 is very open. She's an open book visuals. So I had asked you what Brian Patrick was wearing, and I put him in a black shirt because you told me in tight.
It's a fiddle. I'm like, he must actually go to the gym as much as Vince says he's going to.
Yeah. So were you impressed with his tattoos?
Yes, he looks really nice. Let me tell you, he is fit as a fiddle. I'm like, he must actually go to the gym as much as Vince.
So she wants to fuck Brian Higgins. This is weird. This is weird.
Says he's going to the gym.
It's probably because he's trying to get a new fire job since Cambridge said no thank you.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Well, you're the one who told him. So you guys, you might as well be clear about this rumor. I don't care about these rumors, but go ahead, say whatever you heard him say.
No, I overheard that he's applied for a fireman job, and I was like, oh, that explains the body. And I was like, where? And they're like, oh, where he is. I think so. I'm not sure exactly where he is. There's a sandwich or something like that.
Sandwich. That's down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, fun fact, John. 𝗃_𝗻𝗵's first affair was with a fireman in Miami, right?
You're a fuck. Okay. I'm sorry. Do we use language here?
We do, but we don't.
I am
if it
sorry.
slips out, no, it's okay. You know.
First affair.
Well,
You
it's like-
know
most of the
this-
kids on the bed.
You say it like she's had multiple.
What?
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Just be honest here. Let's go. All right, so we're back to the gala.
He was up first, and Mama Llama interviewed him, and he told us how he got crossed over from one side to the other. And I listened to the reason why, and I thought it was unique. I've never. I don't quite remember what the story was, but I just recall that I was like, that wouldn't have done it for me. Do you know what the story is?
Yeah, she's talking about Plevin and why Plevin crossed over because I called him a fence sitter. Plevin used to be team Karen Reed. He definitely thought she was innocent, but he wasn't like vocal about it. So I called him a fence sitter. And then the next day he said Karen Reed was guilty. And that was the end of that. He just got mad at Turtle Riders.
I think he says something with regard to the 12:32 time and the phone stopping, and then
it's just me.
Telematics, the reversing at 24 miles an hour. That was like his whole thing. Like somehow he figured out that was the exact time when Karen did it. So you going in there, what is your opinion with regard to Karen Reed being innocent or guilty? Going there.
Going in, like I said, consuming both sides. I supported Karen Reed through both trials.
Guilty or no guilty?
Not guilty.
Okay. Don't tell us if it changed. We'll figure that out. So Kevin did his thing with Dalai Lama. Then was there any food service?
Okay. The food was so good. I'm not going to lie. They had these little cups of like crudité.
This is fucking weird. Who cares? This is weird.
Or like antipasto, they were like olives and cheese, and like it was.
When the police did come in, we saw that Chris happened to be on stage at that point.
He was in the bathroom when I got out. So
is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He led with a prayer, and he talked about intimate stories he had with John, and I didn't record any of that. I could tell where he was coming from. I don't care what anybody says. Where he was coming from was a genuine place. It was a very it was emotional, and the one thing that turned me off to what he said, and at that point I was like, I should have recorded that. He said John, he had a gait, like the way he walked, like a certain gait, and then when he'd go up to girls and approach them, he'd always like lean in to talk to them and lean on the table and stick his butt out, and everybody knew his pose, like how he'd stand when he was talking to women. And I thought that was like really cute how he said that. And he goes, and he has a tendency to date crazy women, and the room erupted. And I was like floored because
first of all, that's John Jackson. It's like John Jackson. All he could talk about was John being like a hound, like a pussy hound. Like that's the way he made him sound. So that tracks with things that John Jackson has said before. Like he said it on the forensic room, the foreskin girls. He was like, oh, John, pussy, love crazy bitches, like this and that. Like, dude, why are you laughing? Ha ha! Remember, these people all believe John was killed by Karen Reed. That's what they say. They all believe John was killed in an act of domestic violence. And they're like, oh, yeah, he dated crazy bitches. Funny. Remember, John died. It's funny because a crazy bitch killed him. That just shows that they don't actually believe it.
She's been twice. Enough. Okay.
Oh, stop it though. You're among comedians all the time. That's a great joke. Obviously, if it hit, it hit.
Oh, it wasn't a joke. It was said.
So it wasn't sent out.
He was saying like he's known to date crazy girls and da 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 da. And then the room went wild. He didn't even realize what he said.
Got you. Right. So everyone in that crowd hates Karen for their own personal reasons, and they're
Of course
projecting
they
that
do.
hate.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
That's
but
the point I'm making.
but that's the type of guy F. Mammy would want to date, though. Like tall, beefy looking. He's a good guy. He's not black, but he's at least good. Were there any black people there?
Yes, there was one gentleman who was Tristan's high school.
Was he a good server?
Player.
Stop.
Vincenzo.
Was he what?
Beefy looking. He's a good guy. He's not black, but he's at least good. Were there any black people there?
Yes, there was one gentleman who was Tristan's high school.
Was he a good server?
Player.
Stop.
Vincenzo.
Vince, it's only been 2 days. Tristan wasn't there. Tristan knew nothing. He brought nothing to the trial.
Yeah, why was Tristan there? Why was Tristan there at all? Did he know what time it is yet?
Was Tristan at the event?
I didn't meet any Tristans.
Oh, did you see like a big meathead?
Like I said, there was a bunch of people there, so I didn't meet everybody.
I don't think his black coach would go, John, if Tristan wasn't there.
Well, it's a Canton thing. Well, where's Tristan from? Was Tristan from Canton? Eric?
I don't know the answer to that, John.
Yeah. Can we get into the? There was a joke, and it was about the Ford Edge. Can we get into that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't even go ahead.
I think it was the guy Jackson acting as the MC, right? Was he coming up in between people that were talking, or were they going in some order?
Kate was, I believe.
Of course,
Kate
he was.
Is a organizer.
Krusty.
Okay, so whoever was on stage said that they want to bring up Brian next, and they were hesitant to, and then someone made a joke about.
No, that was his friend.
Whose friend?
The one who said he dated crazy girls.
He said the
and
Ford
he
thing?
was going to.
That was John Jackson.
No, he was
Right.
going to invite up Brian. And someone from the back of the room yelled the Ford Edge out.
Right.
I can say, well, who it sounded like to me, but I
want
didn't see.
That's fine.
Okay. And I think we got some of the audio from that. It doesn't make a difference. So part of the controversy yesterday when John put out the audio, or I did, they were saying that it was fake because Brian Patrick Higgins didn't speak on the microphone, yet we had him speaking somewhere. So can you clarify what happened with that?
Yes. So Brian Higgins was standing directly like 12 o'clock in the back of the room from all the speakers. And when he found an opportunity to say something, he would speak up for himself. He would defend himself. And he was leaning up against the wall on the very far back of the room. And just, he was there. He spoke loud and clear without a microphone for everyone in the room to hear. You could hear a pin drop when he was talking. So I think we all wanted to hear it. So it didn't matter whether he was in front of all of us or behind all of us. We all turned around and watched and listened to him without a mic. It was a small room.
So throughout the entire time people were speaking, he was directly in front of them, but was back against the wall and making comments loudly about what was going on. That's so fascinating because that makes sense as to why he was saying what he's saying, because he said something very telling. And I want Samantha to analyze what he actually said, the actual word. Basically, he said that it was Karen's fault because she contacted him first. Now, he said that loud. So he's saying that leaning up against the wall while someone else is actually speaking up front?
Yes.
That's fascinating. And would the speaker stop speaking
He just would, like I did, cut off or find an opportunity to get in, talk to him about any of that.
That's exactly what innocent people do.
If that's what we were there, John's badge, and it's just.
Does this get interesting at all? I mean, just Strick's not adding much.
His badge number on it.
I don't hate you. So thank you for being watching the show and being part of this. There you go. Thanks for being here, Mama.
And we're gonna get your IP.
Oh, Mama.
Here's the thing, Mama.
All right, don't worry about my feelings.
No.
Oh, Mama Llama's in the chat.
I did not meet her. I did meet children.
Yep. So someone wants to know how long you chatted with, but you would just tell you. I think you kind of answered it before we got to the super chat. Vin, we already got that one. We have an issue with a poster type. Yeah, we already got that. We deleted the one poster that was. And oh, hey, while we're talking about the people in the chat, hey, I know that the forensic ladies are in the chat. Listen, if the chat is saying stuff, they say stuff. You know what I mean? I don't hate you as much as you guys say mean things to me.
School.
Wait, is he worried about me?
Yeah.
He's worried about the chat.
No, I'm not worried about the chat. I'm worried about.
All right, don't worry about my feelings.
No, Mama Llama is she? You know, she's got hurt feelings, and I just.
Oh
want to
my
say,
gosh, by me?
No, she's hurt by
people in the chat.
Mama Llama's all hurt by the Chronicles in the chat. Here's the thing, Mama Llama. As much as the stuff that you guys post about me, I don't hate you. So thank you for being watching the show and being part of this. There you go. Thanks for being here, Mama.
And we're gonna get your IP address, Mama Llama, and we're gonna track you down. That's how you gotta act for the chat, FMAMI. This is their first day on YouTube. Enough with the chat. Just all right, so let's get to the first video that I sent. It's gonna sort of bring us into Brian Patrick.
Noon. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll get you to send it to this one because
one pass for you, one pass for.
Nobody saw it. Nobody was with Didi when I first met her. It's like because we met sort of in a similar situation, not over a murder, but
all right,
infiltrated. But you like you said, it's the human aspect of this, right? You get to see the human aspect of this.
that was my only intentions for going. Like I said, Vince and I had, like he said, we hadn't spoke for a very long time. So I wasn't gonna.
I'm a thick boy. Hey,
goodbye. And
tonight, Eric's got like 𝗫𝗏𝗧𝗂𝗃.
but you're right. There's no doubt. And guys, you know if you've done this, right, John? Some form of connection. some form of connection. There's no doubt. And guys, you know if you've done this, right, John?
Sorry.
And Eric, you know that you're trying anything to get the girl's number before she leaves. And actually, I think I did this with 𝗵𝗵 when I first met her. It's like, because we met sort of in a similar situation, not over a murder, but just at an event. So yeah, so I don't think he was allowing you to get out of there without some form of connection.
That's not what happened. I said goodbye. I made my way to him. So I approached him to say goodbye, and I did not, he didn't ask me directly for any information of mine other than asking if I was like online, kind of like maybe just around the bush ways of finding out. And
speaking of bush, John.
Yes. Are you talking about my dad?
People that do you have people that do your lawn for you, or do you mow your own lawn?
I'm on my own lawn. It's only, it's almost an acre. Well, no, it's a riding mower.
Okay, all right.
Oh, was she hitting on you too?
And you've partaken in females before. I know that.
Wait,
was there any
who was
interest
hitting
at all?
on her?
Oh, the way you said it. And with regard to how the murder occurred, it doesn't have to be necessarily a criminal murder. There are defenses to murder, especially if you're defending yourself.
Yeah. A lover's quarrel. Yeah.
Well, what else is there? This is only 10. Oh, so just on a side note, we know that Julie Nagel was there as well, right, 𝗲𝗻𝗻𝗆?
Oh, was she hitting on you too?
And you've partaken in females before. I know that. Was there any interest at all?
No, not at all. She
didn't like you.
She didn't seem interested in me whatsoever. She kind of just like.
She likes the American Italians, like 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃.
I just left. 𝗵𝗵, I have no idea like the names of anyone. I don't know the panties girl is the Krusty girl. I have no idea who that is, and I'm proud of not knowing that.
Yeah, that was lost on me too.
Her name, yeah. Well, she's no longer on Twitter, at least for today. So that's good.
All right, so back to the video. It's going to jump a little bit, but as you're leaving, 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 gets your attention. Clearly, he's interested in you. There's no doubt. And guys, you know if you've done this, right, John?
You interested?
Referencing the beat.
I'm looking for the real thing.
No. Oh, listen to this.
If you're ready, Dan Luke.
Let me listen to this audio. How fucking this is actually funny. You gotta listen to this audio. How retarded Higgins is. Listen to this.
Oh, when you want me to hit play.
Go ahead.
Okay. Very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. I hope we see you again.
So he goes, very nice to meet you. I hope we meet you again. Are you online? AK, like he's clearly trying to fuck her. I mean, you look at that chick. She's flirtatious. Her tits are hanging out. She's like Higgins would fuck her in 5 seconds. Like we all know that. But we've also seen his messages, and we know he can't seal the deal. So that this chick's like flirting with him. And instead of just being, and this was his issue with the camera messages, he just couldn't be direct and get to the point. And with her, he's like, so you online? Bro. Are you online? Are you online? That's all I could say is, are you online? Okay. Like, are you on, you got an AIM? You got AIM? Maybe I could check you on there. You got a screen name? Check on there. You hot? You online? Okay, Higgins.
Online too? But you post stuff? Okay, all right, I was just curious. Oh, all right, I was just curious. Okay. Oh my God. What part?
He goes, I just came. She goes, I just came here from New Jersey. Okay, what part? Wayne. That's the same town the t-shirt lady's from. Wayne. Okay, now listen to what this fucking retard says. Listen to this.
I know where that's at. Are you saying Fort Wayne?
I know where that is. Are you saying Fort Wayne? No, motherfucker. You've been watching too much Turtle Boy. That's where my family's from in Indiana. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Fort Wayne's in Indiana. Dipshit. He's like, is that Wayne? Now listen. Wait till you see him put this together. Watch this.
No, on the other. No, but there's like a Fort Wayne by the bridge.
There's a Fort Wayne by the bridge. No, motherfucker. You're getting Wayne, which is a town in New Jersey, mixed up with Fort Lee. Fort Lee is a town in New Jersey that is by the bridge, specifically the George Washington Bridge. It's where the GW Bridge lands in New Jersey. It goes from Manhattan to Fort Lee. You're getting Wayne, and that brings you to Fort Wayne, which is in Indiana, and you're getting it mixed up with Fort Lee, which is also a town in New Jersey. You're combining Fort Lee with Wayne, which are two towns in New Jersey, and you're making them into Fort Wayne, which is a city in Indiana. Fort Lee, of course, is the town in New Jersey that Chris Christie had a personal feud with the mayor of back in like 2015. Remember that? He shut down the whole George Washington Bridge because he got in a pissing match with the mayor of Fort Lee. He shut down the whole fucking bridge. Remember that? It was like Bridgegate. That's what he's thinking of. He's thinking of Fort Lee. Oh, this fucking idiot. He's such a moron.
Yeah. I can't believe you come all the way up here from New Jersey. Dude, this blows my mind.
I'm looking for the real thing too, you know?
I'm looking for the real thing too, he just said.
No, there's like a Fort Wayne by the bridge. Yeah. I can't believe you come all the way up here from New Jersey. Dude, this blows my mind.
I'm looking for the real thing too, you know?
Oh, no, I'm looking for the real thing too. Oh, I got it on speed and a half. I got to put it on regular speed.
Yeah. I can't believe you come all the way up here from New Jersey. Dude, this blows my mind.
I'm looking for the real thing too, you know?
She goes, she said it. I'm looking for the real thing too. I'm looking for the real deal. I'm looking for the real, and he doesn't realize he's being trolled. He doesn't realize it.
I heard you say that. I can't hear with the whole
Can you stop it for a second, John?
Yeah, next time, why don't you do the noise reduction? Then you could hear them.
That was completely noise reduction. It was the best that they could do with
it
that.
was very loud.
Yeah, so that's the best. All right, so there's a few things going on there, and I'm loving the Easter eggs. Now, you said you went there and you were hoping to meet him because he said that he's looking for the real thing, and so are you. Is that what we hear?
That's exactly what I said.
The second part was what they couldn't figure out because the editors are from India. But are you referencing the beach life or are you referencing something else?
I told him that I could take all the beach life he could give me.
And he has no clue what you're talking about. Like that you're
not a clue. I'm like so surprised he didn't get the Jameson and Ginger joke. I'm like, where does he even watch Loophole? Now I knew I needed to send it to this one because I'm like, maybe he didn't get the message. He's begging for it.
Well, wait a minute. You guys didn't exchange numbers, right?
I said, Mama has my email.
All right,
address.
there you go. I was gonna say, because I would put out a link to the show right now, and 𝗍𝗄𝗄𝗃𝗃, since you're watching, I could give the link, and maybe 𝗍𝗄𝗃𝗃 could call in, and we could do a match connection right now.
Oh, you know 𝗍𝗄𝗃's watching this.
F-Mammy, did he ever go to his true line that he used a lot, that a buddy of his got shot in the head, they're doing a better for him, that you should come?
No.
Wait.
Oh, it didn't work on Karen either. Karen,
people are saying it's by the fridge. Is this guy stealing my shit? Is this guy really stealing my shtick? Bro, only I fix fridges around here, 𝗍𝗄𝗃. Get your own shtick. You will never fix a fridge the way I will, sir. You need to calm down. You don't have nearly the confidence that I have. Trust me. Trust me, 𝗍𝗄𝗃. You ain't fixing any fridges. Karen wanted you to fix a fridge. You couldn't get it done, could you? You didn't know what to do with yourself, did you? Shame on you. Don't ever use my lines.
Karen never went to that event, I don't think, but eventually she does end up making out with them and then meeting him privately. So despite what you're doing now, which they may view as going behind their back and committing felonies, things like that, you're still willing to date Brian Patrick if given the opportunity.
What?
Well, not if he's spoken for. Only if he was single.
That's what Brian Albert and
oh, John, you know how to step over. Damn chronological order. Shit. All right, so now get
Chronicles. Yeah.
Canton Chronicles order.
I made a mistake once. I'm not gonna do it again. You know. We're here for,
no. So what did you hear about him? I honestly.
Oh, this account. This is 2 bad comments from them already. I'm a little too confident. Yeah, for a reason. So calm down, lady. Calm down.
It would I'm telling you, he just seems like a really, really nice guy. And so
oh my God,
believing that there was malice intended. That's personal belief. But I genuinely would talk to him.
So he's definitely interested in you, obviously. As a guy, and all us guys know, even Eric knows, you don't let a girl leave that you're interested in having sex with without getting contact information. So with regard to that, and we heard them speaking about Brian Albert, there was a time where you were speaking with Brian Albert and Matt McCabe about Higgins' relationship status?
Yes, I asked if he was still looking for the real deal. And they said, why are you interested? And I said, just answer me first, because I know what that means. And so they said, well, it depends. And I laughed. And I go, I know what that means. That means he's willing to cheat. So I'm like, okay, I gotcha. So, I'm sorry. That's what my interpretation of it depends on. I think it depends on who the fucking girl is, you know?
Obviously.
If he can make the step up. Now, I got a question it's a 2-part question. 1 part's for you, 1 part's for Vince. Okay. So could you see, all right. So Vince has been on record week after week after week that Vince thinks that Higgins somehow is responsible for the death of John O'Keefe. Could you see some sort of altercation in which something happens, John hits his head, there's a fight, John hit between a lover's quarrel between, because this is what it comes down to. Could it be that,
or do you mow your own lawn? Oh, and let
mind your business.
Okay. Anyways, keep going. So he was being a good wingman.
Okay.
In my mind, you want to
all right. I don't know what else happens here. Go check out their channel if you want. I'm sure it's good content. Canton Chronicles, not the Canton Confidential. Canton Chronicles. All right. Let me read some turtle chats here, then we'll call it a night. There's always some good turtle chats here, some good commentary. Let's see what people are saying out in these streets. Okay. All right. 𝗵𝗵𝗂𝗺𝗃 sends $50 and says, thank you for never sending me an unhinged email. I support the First Amendment. Can't say I got the reference there, but thank you for the $50, 𝗵𝗵𝗂𝗺𝗃 in Boston, and thank you for supporting the First Amendment. Sex Panther sends $5, goes 60% of the time, Turtle Boy is right every time. It's like 60% is a majority. It's, it's more than half. So there's that. Thank you. Next. I mean, people are acting like it's a big deal to come up from New Jersey for this. Like, oh, all the way from New Jersey. Higgins drove from New York to Canton in a fucking blizzard just so he could go to the waterfall. Like, what are you talking about, bro? You're like, should we get a hotel room here in New Jersey? No. We got to get to the waterfall tonight. Let's huff it. Let's get out there. Like, let's go. We got to get to the waterfall. We can't, it's going to be play fighting and shit. We got to warm up. We got to do there. Next. Melanie's reaction to LG's tweet sends $5, goes, if you haven't watched Melanie's reaction to her tweet about KP and her fundraiser in the weeds, you have to see it. I laughed so hard with her. It's on last night's stream, timestamp 2:59:20. I will definitely check that out afterwards. But thank you for that one. Next, Kristen sends $10, goes, fundraising idea. Hook Turtle Boy up to a menstrual cramp stimulator and see how long he can go before begging to stop. Ooh. See, that's what happens when your audience is like 80% female, And that's the thing. It's like, I understand. It's like my whole thing about crying and shit like that. It's like, maybe it is because I'm a man, and maybe I don't understand you people, but I don't need to fucking cry in the middle of an argument. Homie, don't play that. That shit doesn't work with me. Let me know when you're ready to have a conversation, when you can like calm the fuck down and stop being hysterical, because this is why y'all couldn't vote until 1920. You know that, right? You're feeding into the stereotype that you're like emotional and hysterical and you can't think straight because you're always fucking crying and shit like that. Like, you got to cut the shit. I'm all for, my mom is a real feminist, right? She never cried about shit. Like, I never had a conversation where she started fucking crying about it. Like, was never afraid to have a tough conversation with me. No one in my family is like that. The women in my family were not raised like that. So I want to hear this shit about crying. Oh, this is just how we are. We're emotional. Oh, then get back in the fucking kitchen then. What do you want me to say? Right? Do you want to be women's empowerment and women's equality? We're equal with men. We can handle a fucking tough conversation and shit like that. Or do you want to fucking cry about shit? Which is it? You want to be a liberated woman or you want to be a 1920s housewife? Which is it? I don't give a fuck if that offends you, because this is what I stand for. I'm a real feminist. I believe in women's equality. And that means if you're going to argue with me, people like rude. Nah, see, you can't handle it. You're one of the fucking fake ones. You're one of the get back in the kitchen bitches from 1920, right? Who can't handle a tough conversation with a man. That's what you can't do. You can't handle it. You want to cry about it. Oh, no, treat me differently. I'm a woman. I cry. Well, then are we equal or are we not fucking equal? Because if I'm going to have a conversation with a man about something, he ain't going to fucking cry about it. Right? If you can't handle it, don't have the fucking conversation. Don't be a fucking tough guy on the fucking internet. That goes for everyone. All these shit talkers out there. Earl Grey comes on my thing. All she does is blah, 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 blah on Twitter. And then she comes on my show and she fucking cries. Oh, you're hurting my feeling. Then get the fuck out of here. You're emotionally weak. I have no time for emotionally weak people. Get out of here. And if you don't like that, God bless you. Go find something else to watch that doesn't hurt your feelings, that caters to your sensitive feelings. This isn't the place. This is the place where I throw you in the fucking hole and I throw dirt on you. That's this place. No crying Earls around here. We got no time for crying Earls, period. Sick of this shit. Yeah. Do like stupid April does. Just cry in secrecy. Do it. There it is. Anyway, yeah. I mean, talk about crying. Red Sox. I don't want to talk about them. Anyway, next. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃, who would never cry, sends $50 and goes, Dear Aidan, wishing you a very happy Father's Day. You seem like a great dad. Thank you so much. And as a mom, I adore you and want what's best for you. I want you to stay above the fray and focus on what's important, which is freeing Turtle Boy. Let's all focus on your case. I will always support you from LA. Love you. Keep making us laugh. I love 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃. She's the best. She's so nice. You know, she's always supportive of me there, always has my back. And I appreciate the donos. Thank you so much, Lynette. Next, Herder of Cats sends $5, goes for the grift. Also, can we have Hosslong merch in women's racer black shirt? That would be a question for Laura from London, which I'm sure she'll hear this afterwards. And she will decide if that's going to happen or not. So there you go. There you go. Next, Cheese Dick sends $5 and goes, Dr. Turtle Dove, please respect me and call me by my name. Stop using my dead name or John Jackson. P.S. John was a man. He liked sports. He drank beer. He had 2 eyes and 2 ears, and he loved cars. Oh, he loved cars. He loved them. Let me tell you. That reminds me of one story. Oh, there was, we were it's one time. Oh boy, let me tell you. So yeah, we were driving around, and me and Johnny, we were just Johnny, we were talking, and Johnny said, I can't even say it. I'm gonna get in trouble. Can't even say it. Oh, Johnny, he was just everybody loved him. He's the best. We miss him. We love him. Take the shirt off your back. Great guy. Heart of gold. That guy. Salt of the earth. He's the best. He's just the best. And think about him all the time. There we go. Thank you. All right, next. Every fucking interview with the guy is the same shit. Next. The young Cryford sends $5 and goes, they keep saying they want to get their truth out. They had the opportunity many times on the stand to get their truth out. Did they not? That's such a good point. And Krusty was using that event to look for a family for her other kids. Yeah, I can't believe I fell for the fake. It sounded exactly like her. There we go. Next. Tattoos sends $5 and goes, I don't buy the bomb threat. Has to be fake, so they have something to cry about. Who the F thinks they're safe in the lobby if the bomb is in the next room? WTF. Yeah, it was kind of glossed over too quickly, but the Canton police showed up. They're not going to do that if there's not an actual threat. But I do wonder who sent the threat in. Does anyone put that above them to do that to themselves? I don't. Just saying. Next, Christopher sends $50 and goes, thanks for the show, Doc. Turtle Boy was right. Free Turtle Boy. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate that. Courtney sends $5 and goes, YouTube unsubscribe me. All your viewers should make sure they haven't been unsubscribed. Yeah, we got over 6,000 people watching past midnight on a Sunday. How many subscribers are we at now? Let's see. See, they dipped the Turtle Boy. They're like, Turtle Boy lost 1,000 subscribers. I lost like 200, but we're at 163,839. So the fun of this is we get to cross 164,000 again. Again. A fucking again. So go ahead if you haven't done so already and smash that subscribe button because there's over 6,000 people watching. Can we get this to grow? Can I refresh this? We just lost one. Let's do it again. Smash the subscribe button. Can I get 10 more subscribers? Can we get to 850? Let's see. Nope, stagnant. Again. Oh, we got one. We're up to 839. Can we get another one? Come on. I'm talking to you. You haven't subscribed, have you? You. Yep, you. Fucking, you think I'm talking to just me and you. Subscribe. Hit it. It's free. Doesn't cost nothing. Let's do it. 840. We got one more. Okay, let's keep subscribing, people. Keep going. Let's go. Oh, it's growing. 844. We just got 5 more. Can we keep getting subscribers? Let's see. Okay, I'll just keep refreshing. All right, there we go. Now we're getting some more. Now it's growing. 845. I keep refreshing. Refresh. No, it's staying at 45. 47. 2 more. Can we get to 850? 47. Come on. Refresh. I will refresh this all fucking night until you hit subscribe. Do it. Your hostage is here. Okay, I'll do it later. It's stuck at 47. All right. Next. 𝗪𝗂𝗵𝗧𝘂𝗍𝗂𝗂. Oh, so I see what you did there. Sends $10 and goes, I cracked it. She will get away with recording at that pretentious high-end gala by pretending she was FaceTiming Loophole Lawyer. That's why the whole kept saying his date in the video. Oh, I see. But still, it's still a surreptitious recording. It doesn't matter. Ta-da. Like, I'm a genius. Because if I were to call somebody up on my live stream, if I was FaceTiming them, oh, we got up to 851. Shit, let's fucking go. 853. It worked. We're growing. You know, it would still be considered wiretapping under the statute. Just saying. And bust the crust and free the turtle. Thank you so much. 𝗪𝗂𝗵𝗧𝘂𝗍𝗂𝗂. Okay, any more here? Turtle chats. Yes. Romy J sends $50. He goes, are you on MySpace? Can I be in your top 8? Higgins, probably. Yeah. Wouldn't definitely. I was just waiting for him to do that, or AIM, you know, one of those, or Blue Sky. He seems like a Blue Sky guy, you know, because he can't finish the deal. That's where the guys who can't finish the deal, they go on Blue Sky. All right. Let me check Cash Apps. All right, we got Jennifer sends $10. Goes, I fell for the Krusty parody too. Love you, Turtle Boy. It was a good one. At least I can admit it. I can admit it when I fall for a parody account. You got to own it. All right. And by the way, it was sent to me. Like somebody sent it to me. So whoever sent it to me technically fell for it. And then I didn't double check. So there's that. All right. I'm glad you guys pointed that out though. Let me see here if we have any, some membership shit here. We have Alana. Does that say Alana? My contacts are falling out. Turtle Boy is right 69% of the time. That's a good number. Just teasing. Love you, Aidan. I have your back. Free Turtle Boy. Happy Father's Day. Well, thank you so much, Alana. I appreciate you 69% of the time, too. Thank you. Jenna Cook is a new member. Welcome, Jenna. We got a card here from Cal, our good friend Cal. Thank you so much. Miss Peachy Keen says, didn't you cry on the floor and we all got pissed when people mocked you? I don't mean that to be a cunt. I just didn't understand the double standard. It's a really simple double standard. Here's the thing. Why was I crying on the floor? Right? Because I have been to jail, which in and of itself is a traumatic event. Okay. That leaves you with severe PTSD. And I live in fear of going back to jail because I'm on bail. And because I've been to jail. And what was the event that sent me to jail? Right. An incident in which I was accused of domestic violence that it wasn't actually guilty of. And what happened that night? A woman said that she was going to tell police that I assaulted her so that I go back to jail. So that's why I was crying on the floor, because I was experiencing actual PTSD trauma. And I also didn't know I was being recorded. The other incident you're talking about is a 6-year-old blog. Those are not the same thing. So I hope that's spelled out nice and clear for you, because those are not the same thing. One of them is a perfectly normal reason for someone to cry. Also, you don't realize you're being recorded. Had I known, I would not have given them the satisfaction. I would have left. I would have gone into a fucking bathroom and cried. I would have fucking got away from them. But I didn't know it was being recorded. The other person did. The other person, we were literally on a stream together. So I hope that's nice and clear what the difference between those two things is, because that should have been very obvious from the beginning. But I'm glad you brought that up, because there is a very, very, very distinct difference between the two things. Thank you. You know, and it's just like, you know, we're not going down that road. We're not going down that road. I'm not taking that bait. Not taking that bait. That should be very, very obvious. I'll let other people do that. KP Times says, cry in the corner alone, then come back fighting like a badass. Exactly. Exactly. Get in the hole, says Jen. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, get in there. Hillary gives out 5 memberships. Thank you so much, and congrats to the winners. Jen became a new member tonight. So did Lauren. So did Not That Natalie. Not that I like that one. So did 𝗀𝗄𝗎 Paralegal. I love it. I love it. You're new members. And I think this was Callie before. And I mean that with all respect there, Peachy Keens. But it's like, you know, there is a difference. Like, you know, like, because I did see other people bringing that up. 𝗕𝗏boy criticizes people for crying. But didn't he cry one time too? Yeah, the things I'm crying, I have what's called real problems. I wish the biggest problem I was facing was that 6 years ago, somebody wrote an article about me, about things that I said on the internet. I wish that was the worst thing that was happening to me. If you consider those things equal, then I guess you have a good point. But I don't. So there's that. Thank you, TXP Clark. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yes, thing called nuance. So, all right. Anybody else got anything to say? Yeah. See, it's like we're getting to this. Okay, we're not falling down that path. Having an article written about you is not traumatic. Sorry, but there's that. Anybody else? Not going now. Not today, Satan. Because I'm talking about Earl Grey, to be very clear. What did Earl Grey cry about? She's like, you're being mean to the witnesses. This makes me sad. It's traumatic. I cry. Oh, yeah. How many subs now? $849. 849. Yeah. Okay. We're one away from 850. One away. All right. All right. I guess we're calling it a night. So we will see you guys all for the next episode of 𝗃𝗏boy Live Tuesday night. For everyone else, we'll see you tomorrow morning for the Bus Stop Live. Only 2 more days of school. All right. Talk to you guys later. Peace to you, bum grease. Outie.
Top down, riding down Main, it's a clear night, screens glowing blue, got the facts in my headlights, Commonwealth tripping, but the truth stay calm. 𝗵𝗵 and Lally, I'ma read them like Psalms. KP throwing shade from a broke down porch, but the files in my lap like a flame to a torch. I don't raise my voice, I just let the game speak. Steady with the grind while the crooked run weak. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city block. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just ride a slow grind. Midnight pass slow, every word cut clean like the rims on the 𝗪𝗡𝗋. From Boston to Brockton, the whispers all hum. Turtle boys riding in the reckoning gon' come. Lally in the back room, 𝗺cie on the phone, trying to twist the narrative, but they can't postpone. I'm just sipping on the facts while the city play pretend. True, got no curfew, I'ma run it to the end. See, this ain't about fame, this about that long game. You can duck, you can weave, but the truth still call your name. Just riding slow, gliding paper, stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks, they can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just riding slow,